Good evening, there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. I'm your host, Assassin Force, and joining me on the desk is caster and analyst Red Bro and caster and analyst Universe. How are you doing, gentlemen? Starting with you, Red Bro.
Yeah, I'm doing really great. I'm really excited to be back at the casters, at the analyst desk,
Yep.
and the casters desk. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a great game tonight.
Well, definitely. We all missed you, by the way, and it's a pleasure to get you on board back as well into the Gauntlet. But Universe, what are you feeling, buddy? How are you?
Oh, I'm absolutely pumped. I mean, we're heading towards, the last few games of this season's group stages. And as we're getting towards the end, it's only getting, better and better. So, yeah, looking forward to a great game tonight.
Definitely. Let's quickly take a look at today's matchups as well. And, for the first half of the day, we had an amazing game between Velocity Gaming and Enigma Gaming, which, wasn't so amazing for Enigma Gaming because Velocity Gaming went ahead and got the victory 2-0, took both the maps away from the hands of Enigma Gaming. And Enigma Gaming today, well, we did have a lot of discussion regarding that in the first game. That they weren't feeling it, and it's completely fine. Nothing's changed a lot. I mean, Velocity Gaming, they've got themselves to the top of the board. That's pretty much the only change. But moving on towards the second half of the day, which is going to be ROG Academy and Team KUCH. Now, ROG Academy and Team KUCH, you guys gotta understand one fact, that this specific match changes nothing but the fact that who exactly is gonna be on top of each other. So the thing is that I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more clarity when we move on towards the group standings, so you guys will understand as to what exactly is going on over there. So ROG Academy and Team KUCH, both of them are in the relegation zone, and they had a terrible run throughout the Gauntlet Season 1 group stages. They were not able to perform at their level best, and there were a lot of factors regarding that as well, especially for Team KUCH, with the constant technical issues coming out from players, and they were just having a very, very bad time. So looking at the group standings, what are your thoughts about both of these teams and the standings in general, Universe?
I mean, I've watched these teams play across the entire, group stages, and I've casted multiple games of theirs, and watching them play has been a little bit of, for them, they would definitely say that this has been a disappointing run, more so for KUCH than for ROG, because ROG have got 3 points at the very least, but KUCH, they haven't been able to pick up a single map this entire season, and that definitely must be hurting them. And now that they are getting relegated, but they're gonna have to try and come back again. This should be a game where they try to understand their opponent, maybe, because I'm pretty sure that these two are going to be facing off them each other, if at all, if they're coming through the qualifiers again. And given the fact that they are definitely going to be trying again for the next season, because they know that they can make it over here to the top 8. And now that there's only actually going to be 4 spots remaining, as not the 8 as it was, not the 16 as it was before, ROG and KUCH will have a lot more competition. So this is the time where, I mean, you can play this game a bit loosely, yeah, of course, because this is the last game, and quite literally doesn't matter in the group standings, because no matter who wins today, even if ROG Academy wins with a 2-0, they're not going to be saving their spot. So play it loosely, yeah, for sure, but I think that they need to think about how they're going to be coming back into the next season, and how they're going to be trying to get those prestigious 4 spots next season when they come to the qualifiers, and how to make their team much better, come up with a little more preparation. And yeah, I think today we might see a bit of an easy game like we saw earlier between Force 1 and Godlike, where we saw that 5 duelist meta. But yeah, I mean, we could. I mean, who knows? We could see something similar today as well. But it's all for it's all about these two teams trying to understand each other.
Well, true that. I mean, Team Kuch B, they haven't won out a single game, whereas that's not the case for RG Academy. So I guess whatever the result of the specific match, RG Academy are always going to be on the seventh spot, and Kuch B are going to be down towards the eighth spot as well. So unfortunately, Kuch B are not going to be able to do much. But yeah, let's head on towards the MVP standings and see what exactly is the case over there. For a fact, we know that the top four. We are not going to be seeing any RG Academy players or any Team Kuchbi players, but yeah, in general, for all the audience out there to just have a glimpse as to who exactly is in the top four, and it is Deathmaker, SK Rossi, Rafa, and Paradox. By the way, Universe, a little bit of a change here from the previous time you were in, and the
Mm-hmm.
same for you as well, Red Bro. SK Rossi has made his way in towards the MVP standings. Red Bro, what are your thoughts on the specific standings?
Well, looking at the four players here, it's no surprise that they were already like on the MVP standings at this point. You look at players like Deathmaker, SK Rossi, Rafa, and Paradox. All of them have been consistent performers in the games that they've played, and they've basically carried their teams to victory multiple times. And whenever their teams need a bailout, you look to these players to do the magic and make it happen. So I'm really not surprised. SK Rossi, really strong talent coming out from Global Esports. He's absolutely beasting it in every single game that he's played, and I'm really not surprised to see him on second. Deathmaker, always dangerous on that operator. Really nice showcase of his skills, and that's why he's on number one spot. So yeah, I'm not really surprised by seeing the players of the MVP standings at all.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's quite funny actually because Cactus he was the one to hold on towards the top four player list as well, but then SK Rossi just comes rushing in and he's like, "Well, bye bye Cactus. You gotta put up a little bit more in terms of the stats if you're to be in the top four as well." But then Cactus, since week number one, has been dominant in terms of the MVP standings. And SK Rossi, well, after yesterday's game, I mean, after the previous game that Global Esports played, he just rose up and he's in the second spot right now. Uh, but yeah, the specific MVP standing, it might shift a little bit more, I guess, after the entire update coming after Velocity Gaming's match today. I'm not really sure how exactly that is going to go. So we're going to be seeing the MVP standings updated tomorrow as well as on the WD Black's Instagram page as well. So you guys should go ahead and follow them if you guys want to know all the updates regarding the MVP standings as well and who exactly is going to take home the SN850. That is the fastest SSD out there in the market as well. But moving on towards the team intro coming out from both of these teams, let's move on towards the team intro from the side of Team ROG Academy and see how exactly their roster is looking like for the day. And talking about the roster from the side of ROG Academy, we know for a fact that all of these guys are amazing frag stars and they always bring in a lot of light when it comes down to getting all of these crisp, clean locks. But I want to know from you, Universe, what is your thought on RG Academy and how exactly do you think they're going to be able to take down Coach B today?
I want to talk ROG Academy. I think the one point that stands out for them is the fact that they are a very recently formed team, right? They have not been together. They were a part of an experiment that was made successful by ROG, and now that they have their academy and they have this, their team qualified, beating quite a bit of teams in the qualifiers, they made it to the very top. And I think the one thing that this team, if at all, the anything. One point that's going to be reigning supreme over KUCH B is going to be their individual prowess, I would say, because every single player on this lineup is pretty much a very strong fragster, and every single person has shown why they deserve to be on this team. The only thing that I think is missing on this team would be time for practice, because that gives you a lot more experience. You want to be able to practice with the team more. This team was newly formed. It was just sent out on the basis of, okay, you know what, we've got 5 players who can play their each roles, and we're gonna make them play as a team. But the thing about a team is that you need time, you need synergy, and you need them to work together. Communications is the most important factor of a team. And ROG, the one thing that they really need is experience, which I'm pretty sure they're going to be doing. They're going to be focusing on a lot more before they come up in the next season. But today, I think that that individual skill that I think just reigns a little bit more supreme than Coach B's players.
Through that, I mean, Team KUCH, they have to come up with some sort of a mammoth task in order to take down RG Academy as well. RG Academy, they're looking like a very strong roster. So let's move in towards the player spotlight coming out from the side of RG Academy. And I want to ask you this, Red Bro, on what exactly do you think about this specific player with the name of Rio, who is the resident initiator for the side of RG Academy?
Well, looking at his performance, it looks to be that he is sitting at a point where his deaths are more than his kills. But that is not really the point of the initiator. You really want the assists to come out. You want the utility usage to come out from these sorts of players, and he will perform up to that particular expectation when you do hand him that Sova, or maybe even the breach or the sky, whichever agent you actually want to put out on the map. So, in terms of the performance that we're going to be expecting from Rio, is going to be to take charge in the attacks that are coming out from RG Academy and use the utility to find out enemy positions, hold up in the nestle corners of the site, flush out the defenders, and allow his team to push in. That's what we're going to be looking to Rio to actually do, and I'm pretty sure RG are going to do the same. So me initiator, it really has a lot of responsibilities. He really does have a lot of responsibility on his shoulder today to put out a statement for his team. As you already said, today's game really doesn't have an impact on in terms of the standings, but in terms of the confidence and the momentum shift that they might take away from this particular round of the gauntlet, it does do a lot. So it is a big stakes game in terms of that. So Rio has to enable his team in order to do that.
I mean, Rio definitely enables his team every single time as well, right? Like with the amount of intel and information that he relays in for the team, and the aggressive peaks that Clouda and Hoax go for on top of the specific information as well, is something that we love to see coming out from the side of RG Academy. So hopefully, let's hope that they are going to be putting up their A game against KUCH, and they're going to try and get this win against them as well. But moving on towards the team intro coming out from the side of Team KUCH, and we are going to be seeing what exactly their roster looks like now. There's going to be Pokey, Pasha Sahil, Meow 16K, UN, and Bondev. An amazing lineup, no doubt. All of these friends, they come together as a unit and they create a team, participate in the gauntlet, and despite them not winning out a single match, doesn't really matter because every single time they put in a really really good performance, which entertains and amazes everyone. Like some of the decisions that these guys make is something to be witnessed, and it's very beautiful in that way as well, how they play off of each other, and how good their synergy and coordination is. But due to some technical issues, every single day something or the other just messes up and they're not able to close the gap or just close it out as well. Now I want to ask you this, Universe, what are your thoughts on KUCH, and what do you think they're going to do different today against Team RG Academy?
You know what? I think Kuchbi has great play. They obviously do have great players. We've seen all of these guys. They have been around for quite a bit. And I mean, if not as a team, we've seen them play individually. We've seen their skill being shown, in different places, and that's exactly why they have come together. And right now they're here in the gauntlet. But although they haven't won, any match, that shows that yeah, they do have a little bit of teamwork. Maybe that's lacking in them, and that's what they need to probably focus on if they're going to be trying to qualify for the next season as well. But what I do want to point out is that today's match, what they, like you asked, what they can do different is where they can go absolutely crazy. This is the one match that does not matter. This is the one match that they can do absolutely anything. No one's gonna tell them whatsoever what they can do, what they should do, what they can't do. Hell, they can play 3 Sentinels if they want. They can play 3 Initiators if they want. They can play as many different agents as they want. But it's all up to them. They want to try something different. This is the game to do it, because you've got nothing to lose. It's all about trying to come back stronger next season. And if something works out today, and if they actually do get that first win, then hey, good for them. I mean, you're entertaining as well as you're going to be winning. So, go all out.
Do that. Just fire all cylinders and go full ham. Do whatever the hell you feel like, because there's nothing to lose. And when there's nothing to lose, a person just becomes a completely different person altogether, right? He just becomes fearless. He has got no sorts of problems making decisions as well. Doesn't think twice, just goes full ham, and sometimes it works out in their favor as well. I've seen a lot of teams who've got nothing to lose just emerge victorious as well in a specific match. So let's hope that Team KUCH are going to be able to do that. But let's move on towards the player spotlight and see who exactly is going to be that player coming out from the side of Team KUCH who is going to be standing out today, and it is going to be our lovely player with the name of Pokey. Now I say lovely because I feel bad for the guy every single time in a clutch situation, in a 2 versus 2, 2 versus 3. His internet dies or something happens, some sort of a tech issue, and he just gets lagged out. And I feel really bad for him. He's such an explosive player from the side of Team KUCH, but due to all of these issues, is not able to perform to his absolute best. Red Bro, what do you think about Pokey and his stats?
Okay, every single time that we've seen him play, he's been absolutely rock solid in terms of his consistency with the controller. With the controller agent, you always want to stay alive for your teammates so you can use the maximum amount of utility and throughout the course of the round, right? And Pokey is just really good at doing that while also adding a lot of valuable insights to his team in terms of holding angles and picking off kills that are kills from flankers that want to envelop them on towards attack. During defense, his utility usage always puts a stopper in the enemy's advances going on towards mid sides or maybe even on towards A main. So his utility usage is very on point. As you've said, he finds himself in a lot of clutch situations where he has a bit of a difficulty in terms of his technical issues and everything. So that is unfortunate coming out from him. But an overall solid player. Whenever we saw KUCH in the first day of the Gauntlet, when the first time that they played in the Gauntlet, they showed up to be a very explosive team. Might have proven to be a wild card. In fact, throughout the course of the tournament, unfortunately, due to consistency issues, they just couldn't really live up to that moniker. They just couldn't live up to that particular expectation. So looking at them tonight, it's going to be up to players like Pokey. It's going to be up to players like Juven to actually carry their teams throughout the course of the entire match. And like you said, Universe, it's going to be up to them to try and experiment with the lineups, the new agent metas, the new pickups, the new lineups and everything, and really see what works best for them, because they're going to need these sorts of insights and new strategies when they go on to the subsequent rounds of the Gauntlet, because you need to freshen up your game, you need to improve and reinforce a lot of the cracks that are in your strategies. And I feel like this is the best game to have a proving ground sort of a feel in terms of the agents and the pickups that you really want to do. So yeah.
That's true. I mean, completely agree to whatever you just said, right? They have to come up with some sort of an interesting way to beat down RG Academy. And maybe if they're going to succeed in that, they can go ahead and implement that in their future games as well. But, anyways, keeping all of the player spotlights and the team intros aside, let's move on towards the maps now, because that is what you all are excited for. I know that. You want to know what exactly are going to be the maps being played between both of these teams. So let's head on towards the map veto screen and see what are the maps that have been chosen by both of these teams. So, starting off with Haven, picked by RG Academy. We're going to be seeing Team KUCH on the defense over there. Map number 2 is going to be Bind, picked by KUCH. On the defense is going to be RG Academy, and the decider is going to be split, where RG Academy are starting off on the defense. So an interesting map veto, by the way, and I did expect to see Bind and Haven in there. What about Universe? What about you, Universe? What do you think about the map veto?
I think I honestly would have I was thinking that I would see Ascent in the mix because I've seen ROG Academy play Ascent so many times, and I thought that they would be going for it, but I think it was banned by Coach B just because they knew that ROG might just play pretty well on that map, and hence we have a map pool without the most played map. But that doesn't really matter because now we've got 3 interesting maps, starting off with the biggest map, and we're going to end it, not the biggest map, one of the biggest maps, and we're going to end it with the smallest map in Valorant. And but what I do want to point out over here is that Bind, I think, is going to be more interesting than Haven, because Bind is this sort of map where I think these two teams, I don't know if they have studied each other across the Gauntlet, if they've seen how the other plays. But Bind is definitely going to be very interesting for me because of the one factor of it being very, very unpredictable. Because Bind, although you can say that it is slightly defensive sided, maybe, or slightly attacking sided, depends on the day. To be honest, it's all about that momentum, right? Whoever gets that momentum going is going to be getting that. But hey, to get the Bind, we need to go through Haven. So three sides. We've got 3 sides. We've got 5 players who are going to be defending it, and it's going to be KUCH to do it first. And it was the pick of ROG, and it's going to be interesting to see how KUCH are going to be able to defend this force that's going to come in from ROG. Because ROG, when they're on the attacking side, we know they're pretty formidable, and they might just open it up again today.
So, Red Bro, what are your thoughts on the map veto?
The maps look like they are really explosive. I swear I would have seen an Ascent there, but as you said, that KUCH have banned it out given the fact that RG poses a significant threat on Ascent. So
Yes.
it makes sense that Haven, Split, and Bind are the pickups. Haven, an attacker-oriented map, it's going to be up to ROG to make sure that they use their attacking strategies to great effect against KUCH, and that is going to be what we're going to be looking at. Bind, though, it is a sort of, you know, a roller coaster type of map. You can go attacker side, you can go defender side. It all depends on the momentum, as Universe has already said. And both of these teams are really momentum based, right? So I'm going to be looking for a quick 2-0 for the team that actually picks up game 1, because they're going to pick up that confidence and just absolutely smash game 2.
Well, with that, we come to an end with the pre-match analysis, and we are going to be moving straight in towards the match with the casters desk as well. The casters for the day are going to be Universe and Red Bro, and I'm pretty sure that these guys are going to have a hell lot of fun as well, casting the specific best of 3 as well. So good luck with that, gentlemen. Also, before we head on for a small break and a message from our sponsors, I want to give out a huge shout out to our sponsors first. WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon for making this specific tournament possible. That is the TEC Gauntlet Season 1. Because to be honest, without their support and without them, you guys wouldn't be seeing all of this jazz in front of your screens as well. So please do go ahead and check out the links down in the description below. Get yourselves an upgrade. WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon, both of them have got amazing deals for you. So all you have to do is just click on the link down in the description below, check out the deals, and get yourselves some nice, cool upgrades. Also, while you're at it, go ahead and grab yourselves a can of Red Bull, by the way, because you guys might just need it. And this specific match might just go all the 3 maps. So, yeah, you definitely will need it. You're going to run out of energy thinking as to what exactly both of these teams did. With that, you guys are watching the TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. We're going to be right back with the Casters Desk after the message from our sponsors.
So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen. This is me, Red Brunch. Together with Universe, we're going to be casting a game between ROG Academy and Team KUCH. So, Universe, we've already talked about the game in detail, but final predictions, what do you think is going to happen tonight?
I I'm gonna believe the casters. I mean, I usually don't, but I'm just gonna go with the casters curse here. I'm gonna I'm gonna go with you. It's gonna be probably a quick 2-0 for the team who pulls off the first map for sure. And yeah, I mean, looking at it, I should think that ROG might have a little bit of an upper hand, and I would probably see them going ahead with it. But let's have a look at what they're going to be selecting to get their winning ways. We do have pretty much of a similar pick so far. The Jet, Sova, Astra have been locked in. Sage coming on the side of Bond F on KUCH B, whereas the Sentinel on the other side is Ria, who's picking up a Cypher. And Rio, he looks like he might just be going with that Phoenix. And yeah, Pokey. Oh, there's a double Sentinel on the side of KUCH B. They do not have a double duelist setup, whereas ROG do. Do you think that might cause a difference?
It might just, but I think what they're trying to do is just they're gonna try and pull as many rounds as they can on defense, given the fact that they are starting off. I think they read their opponent pretty well, given the fact that both these teams we've already mentioned that they're momentum based, right? So they really want to cut off that momentum at the onset of the round and just really try and pick up as many points as possible on defense so that it's easier for them on attack. But then again, not picking up the double duelist for them, that's a little bit strange and a little bit unorthodox, but then again, we did mention that this is the game when you really need to pull out the stops, try and experiment with the lineups and see what works out. So Team KUCH B, they got the memo. They're going to be doing that in this particular game. And RG Academy, they're going to have a formidable defense to play against as they start off on attack.
Absolutely, they definitely are going to be having quite a bit of a task to do over here. I mean, they do have hard hitters. They do have some people who can make magic happen. But on the other side, it's all about KUCH B trying to make sure that they do not, go by this tournament without even a single victory, because that is not going to be good for their confidence. They're going to try to look to pull off this first map at the very least, because we know they want it, they know they want it, everybody knows they want it, and here comes the force from ROG Academy. Cliff jumping in, what a beautiful shot from him. Immediately traded off Meow, she gets one, she gets another. Meow actually finds two, and that's all she needs to do for her team. Hoax comes in to finally trade it off, but Bondef, he's right there for her support. He gets traded down, and now it's in a 2v2 situation with Shock Dart, swing a bit of damage. Pasha Sai adds onto that Shock Dart, and he gets one back, but he dashes away to dodge it immediately. Hoax, in a 1v2, make that a 1v1. Hoax, last man standing. Burst classic, not gonna work in that range. Juven has an idea where he is, but it's gonna be Hoax. He pulls off the clutch with a 3k for himself. And KUCH B, they had the advantage, but Hoax pulls it back for his team, playing that Sova role. And yeah, that is a pretty much of a good start for ROG.
I really like the fact that KUCH B were playing off of each other's strengths in that particular site, getting trade for trade. Unfortunately, Hoax, with the right click triple tap of the classic being used to his advantage, Juven just couldn't find the shot of the Sheriff on towards his head, and a quick 3k comes out from Hoax, bringing the first attack round in the side of RG Academy. But now going to push on towards A. They're stacking 4 members here. Juven's going to be able to spot him out with that recon dart right on towards that. Before getting a ping off, Pasha Sahil patiently with a Marshall. He's going to find the leg of Rio here. He has to push away. Veal Glyph. Oh my goodness, what a job with the Spectre.
Wow.
Pokey's no good though. And Juven, meanwhile, taking down so many players. Oh my goodness, what just happened? A quick flank around coming from KUCH B. And ROG just getting absolutely dismantled there. They really did not expect that sort of push coming out from KUCH B. And the way that they used their sheriffs in that particular round, my goodness, that round ended as soon as it started. First of all, starting with Pasha Sahil falling in that area with the Marshall. But fortunately for him, his team absolutely cleaned up ROG in that particular point. And that's going to shift the momentum a little bit on towards the balance here. 1-1 the scoreline.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you would not expect that to happen. These guys just pulled out the Sheriffs, and when you're playing that Sheriff, you wouldn't be pushing up, because Sheriff is a more of a strategic aim kind of weapon, not a push and run and gun kind of weapon. But they made it work, and kudos to KUCH B for doing that. But look at this Bondef, he's not letting go of the aggression. He gets another one, and he's gonna wall off A main. Yeah, he's gonna be walling off A main, and A shot is gonna be covered up by his teammate. And here comes Pasha Sahil again with that Marshall. Not gonna be getting anything going in his direction though. But for the moment, KUCH B, they have the advantage. And Juven, he has a deadly weapon and he's gonna make it work. There's 2 kills for himself. 2 beautiful headshots, and he has a spike. gonna be picked up by Raya, but he's gonna be going down with a spam. Coming through with Yuven and a 3K for Yuven, and he got two beautiful sheriff shots in the previous round and 3K this time. And Yuven, he's stepping up already, Red Bro, and he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely crisp aim coming out from Pasha Sahil. Unfortunately, couldn't get those shots on towards mid, but look at the crosshair positioning coming out from Yuven. Absolutely on the heads of the two ROG players in that particular point. The cyber cage was up from the side of ROG Rhea. Unfortunately, couldn't save him from the Phantom of Yuven. A really good investment in just the third round of the game. Makes it work for himself with a 3K. Now gets his team in the lead. 2-1 the scoreline. Looks to be that ROG are now contemplating a push on towards mid here. They do have the Sentinels holding on towards that A main to prevent a push coming in. VL Blip uses the Cloud Burst, Tailwinds in. Poke's no good. Is going to get a few shots of the Spectre on towards his body though. Site is in the control of ROG. Hoax using that recon drone to spot out Meow in that garage area. Is going to mean that the attack has stagnated a little bit. The Jet is isolated on towards the site as the spike is going down. Rio contemplating a curveball here, gets the shot on towards Yuven. He's taken to dangerously low levels. The drone's going to spot him out though. The mark is there. The peak's coming out. Really can't find that kill here. The 4v5 situation, the retake is on. Rhea gets taken down by Poke's no good. ROG's gonna take down Bon, Ev, and Yuven in that particular site. That's gonna mean that the round has shifted in favor of ROG. Poke's no good though with the Phantom. He's gonna push in. He knows where Glyph is. He's gonna push in, trying to secure the angles. He's contemplating a wall bang. Might just get spotted out. Trans picks up the second kill on towards Poke's no good, and a really disciplined round coming out from ROG, securing the site and holding well against the retake. It's so difficult to defend against the retake on towards the B side when you have players isolated in 3 different corners of the site. But ROG Academy making it work for them, and now they tie up the scoreboard again to 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it pretty much might go the entire map this way, right? Momentum isn't really riding on to the side of one team as of yet, because ROG, they might have lost 2 rounds, but they pull back one immediately, and they've got, the scoreline at least to a 2-2. And they're going head-to-head so far, and I mean, that's nowhere close to what, anybody was expecting. Maybe we thought that one team was going to come up on top over here, and Pasha Sahil, this time, instead of the Marshal, is going with the Operator, try to get his team that momentum. And now, ROG, although they were trying to get some information, they are not acting upon it towards C. They did spot out the Operator, and now they're choosing to go elsewhere. There's only one player, though, on the side of A from KUCH B, and Poki. He's making his way towards B. As the Run It Back comes in, and now Rio, he's running in towards the side, spamming and trying to get this B side control again for his team. He might just find Pasha, and he will. And he immediately dissipates just after he gets that kill. Raya will find one as well. Meow gets one trade, but that's all it's going to be for KUCH B right now. As Meow trying to get something more, but ROG Trans is going to take her down. Yuven finally getting one kill for himself, and now in a 1v3 situation, again, pretty much similar to what happened in the last round. He's getting flanked, and it's going to be Rio to pick him off. And it's going to be another round for ROG Academy as they take back the lead in their favor once again. And Horns are locked in over here, Red Bro, and we're going probably, something that might just go down the wire unless, something completely shifts in the second half.
Definitely. All this game needs is just one player from each team to just absolutely pop off and just obliterate the other team, and the momentum is going to shift in their favor. The clutch play coming out from Rio, though, with the run it back, taking down Pasha Sahil, removing the threat of the Operator, just allowed ROG to breeze on towards B. Get the spike plant down, hold for the retake that they know that they can, given the fact that they did it in the previous round. Poki's no good, though. Pushing that cyber cage on towards him is going to mean death for him. Rio takes him down through the cyber cage. It's gonna mean that the neural theft has been used on the Cypher counterpart. ROG now have full control over C site. They even have one player positioned on towards long. Pasha Sahil only has a shorty to work with, so do the rest of the team of KUCH B. They only have the sidearms that they can utilize against this fully stacked team of ROG. 5 members on the board for them. The Molly's gonna come back. It's gonna mean a lot of damage being done on towards the side of Pasha Sahil. Yuven gets taken down. Trans is going to take down Bond near that double doors area. Meow's going to get flanked by Rio. Spray transfers onto his Pasha Sahil, but he doesn't need the spray transfer. He's going to book the clash in his head cap. Pasha Sahil with the right click My goodness, what a shot coming out from Rio. What a way to end the round. 2-round surplus coming out from ROG, and the way that they're now showcasing themselves in towards attack. You see it in the body language. You see it in the confidence that they have when they push on towards the site. They just do not stop, given the fact that they have 2 Sentinels. It looks to be that ROG are just absolutely steamrolling over that defensive line that KUCH are trying so desperately to put up. But it is the second buy round for them now, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. The second buy round has come in, and Pasha Sahil again with that operator. Now he's towards A though, but he's not going to find any success or any bodies to fire on over there because all the players of ROG are towards this C side. The spamming bullets, and here comes the Hunter's Fury. Trying to get something done, and he's trying to get that tag. Hawks, he might just get one tag though, but that's going to be the bare minimum. Glyph, who moves in, gets taken down by Meow, and Pokey is there to chime in to get another one as well. Hawks finally getting that trade, but Raya, he's down to 10 HP, and in the 3v3, that's not going to be a good enough situation as Yuven gets one. Hawks getting the work done over here, but Yuven's going to be trading him off as well, and the last man goes down. Yuven with another 3k. He pulls back one more round for the side of KUCH B. 3-4. That 2-round deficit has been cut down to 1 now. And KUCH B, they should be feeling confident about that round because, you know, I'm not quite sure what ROG were trying to establish. I mean, they were trying to get control of C, but I think they kind of hurried into it and they, you know, almost gave up their life as a result of that. And Yuven, all he needed was a shooting gallery, which he got one by one as he picked off every single person in the end. And now, Yuven leading the charge for his team. Pasha Sahil not feeling too great yet in this match. He needs to, you know, feel the comfort that he always does when he's with that operator. And he's still not finding it. The question is whether he's going to be able to do it further. But look at Pokey. Red bro. There. Oh no! Trans, he finds him at the most unfortunate timing. And Pokey, he must be kicking himself because of that.
Oh my goodness, Pokey. That was just not a good position to be in that particular point when you meet the enemy and then run it back comes in from Rio. Is he going to be able to make it high value like he did the last time around? Rio takes out Meow 16k. That's going to mean that we have only 3 members to make this defense work, but it's no longer a defense here. ROG have taken control over the side of C. Again, they push in, they get 2 members killed, and now they have the advantage coming in. The Hunger Spear is going to come out from Yuven, a really expensive ultimate being used here. Is gonna mean that they have the information on towards one player. Bond F manages to secure one. There is a wall coming out. The Astral Cosmic Divide is there. The Gravity Well is gonna find out the Jet in terms of that particular position. Glyph's gonna take down Pokey's no good, and Pasha's Isle at that particular point. The Cloudburst's gonna hide Yuven in that particular position. Rio's gonna take him down though. He knows that Yuven was there. The Cosmic Divide did not work out for them. I mean, the Cosmic Divide did work out for them because it was actually laid down by RG Trans. It's just confusing when there are 2 Astras in each team, 1 Astra in each team. And you just can't really tell which Astra just used the ultimate in that particular position. But ROG, again, making C-side work for the last 3 rounds that they've attacked on. They've always gone on towards C, and I just don't know why that KUCH really don't have an answer to this sort of aggression that ROG are trying to pose on. They're just going in and rushing on towards the side, ignoring all of the Cypher traps that are in that particular position. So Pokey really needs to work at his positioning at this particular point, and he can't go down because you need the Cypher to stay alive for the traps to work out. And that looks to be something. He picked up a note from that particular position. Yuven, though, trading blows with Rhea, taking him down. He's gonna get spotted out by the recon drone. He has to back away from that, lest he get killed by his counterpart, Sova.
Yeah, he's not though. He's going to be escaping as he got the advantage for his team. That's all he needed. Bonda F, he has walled up towards B and it's been destroyed. And the only thing he has left to defend over here is a Frenzy. Nothing more. He gets spotted out as well now, and Cliff, he has the upper hand in terms of weaponry at the very minimum. Okay, he might just find ahead, and he will. Beautiful headshot coming in from him as he's going to be picking up that Phantom with the protection of that case towards Garage. And now ROG, they're falling apart one by one. That recon though is going to help Cliff try to spam down, but Focus is going to be going down to safety. And here comes the spam from 3 players from KUCH who are supporting each other. Pretty good play from him. Pokey's going to get one through the smoke though. Glyph is going to go down. Trans finds one in return. And Mia, she's going to find the head of Hoax. And now in a 1v4, which I'm pretty sure that ROG did not expect. And Trans especially of all people, because he's left in this. And Meow, she knows exactly where he's coming from, and she takes down the counter Astra. And with that, KUCH, they are back on the scoreboard with a level scoreline. And my word, I mean, it's like, you know, gun rounds, they say, no, they're not on level line, sorry. They are 4 rounds they've put up on the board to ROG's 5. But the one thing that I do want to put out over here, bro, is the fact that gun rounds, they're saying, no, thank you. But when it comes to the pistols, they're just like, yes, please, we will take them all.
Definitely, and it looks to be that their share of utilization has been absolutely really amazing. And it goes to show that they really need to be a little bit more conservative and allow ROG to make mistakes in their attack to make this sort of work. In gun rounds, they go a little bit too aggressive, and it seems to be their downfall at this particular point, as you do see a heavy rotation coming out from the side of KUCH on towards side A, where ROG did poke and prod a little bit, but now they're contemplating a rotation, as we do see the spike is huddled on towards that B mid area. They have not made that commitment on towards this A site though. Rio is in there with Sewers. Ooh, using that hot hands at just the worst possible moment. Pokey takes down Hoax. That's going to mean that the Silver Darts are not available to actually push on towards the site with. Meanwhile, Glyph holding on towards that angle with the Blade Storm. He's going to pop ahead of any player of KUCH trying to peek out towards that angle. Recon drone's going to spot out Rio in that particular position. He only has 65 HP to work with. Has to back off. Pasha Sahil spots out Glyph though. He's been taken down to really dangerous level of HP.
No.
Just misses the shots on towards him. He did get hit by the shock dart. 65 HP. There's a Cypher holding on towards there. Pokey's no good. He's gonna peek out. Is he gonna be able to spot out Glyph though? He will. And Rhea, unfortunately, he couldn't even see the face of a sight. Doesn't land a shot on towards the incoming players of KUCH. And Pasha Sahil is gonna clean him up, bringing the round finally to a tie. And I think the momentum thing was a bit overrated at this particular point, Universe, because none of these teams are holding on to the momentum at this point, except for maybe KUCH. They built off of that win that they got in the pistol round, and they managed to make it work in the buy round as well. But a little bit of hesitation coming out from ROG that KUCH was quick to capitalize on, and this was what I was talking about. They really need to make sure that they're capitalizing on the mistakes that ROG make, because when they're pushing on towards the site, they kind of underestimate KUCH's performances and their temperament when it comes to defense, and that seems to be their downfall.
Yeah, absolutely. But look at this. Rio, he goes down 11 HP, but he makes sure he gets the kill of Pasha Sahil before he's tagged down any lower. And he should be healing himself up thanks to his utility that he has, Hot Hands and the Blaze Wall. And with that, ROG, they don't need to go any further now. They've got a lot of time to work with. They got a minute and 20 seconds on the clock. And looks like they're going to be going towards C, where the Astro Stars have been set out by the defensive team. And here goes the Owl Drone to get some information from the side of Hoax. And it's going to be immediately destroyed. He knows where one is. Juven firing off Shock Dash to get some damage coming in. But Cliff again with that dash. And this time it's not going to be of any use. Meow will get so many kills for herself. She gets a 3k. Juven not given anything to do. But Rio's going to pull back 3 for himself. And now he's put himself in a 2v1, and he has to get the ace clutch if he wants to do anything. Oh no, no! He pulls out the knife at the very wrong time. This is another misfortune. This is a misfortune. I'm sorry. What am I saying? Unfortunate timing for him. I'm losing my mind when you're looking at these. You know, okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
No way.
Oh.
Oh my god. Okay. I just lost my tongue because of what just happened right there. So forgive me for that. But yeah, I think what Team KUCH are having right now is a lot of fun, because you can see Bond F. Oh yeah, he's having a huge laughter. That round was almost over for them, even though Meow got, you know, that 3k, right? And after that, I really thought, okay, you know, this is almost done and over with. Rio, last man standing, but he got such a quick 3k. And if he had gotten that last kill, it would have been an ace clutch for the books for sure for him.
Definitely, but Meow 16K had other plans. She got 3 quick kills, including the run it back Phoenix on towards that C-long area, and just proved to be so instrumental for her team's success in that particular round. It's going to be a lead coming out from them. Glyph, though, using the cloud burst and completely ignoring Juven in that particular position. Juven, though, is going to be able to get a shot on towards Hoax, but ROG Rhea is there with the trade-off. Glyph in that particular backside position is going to be able to take down one. Poke is no good, but the trade transfer on towards 2 members. He's going to be able to take 2 players down. Glyph and Pasha Sahil trading blow for blow here, as Trance is the only person remaining against 2 members of KUCH. Meow 16K holding diligently on towards that double doors area. Trance is gonna peek out towards him, towards her here. Oh my goodness, he doesn't check the left angle, and Meow 16K takes him down. And what an explosive round coming out from both these teams. ROG absolutely pummeling themselves on towards B site. Really did not work out for them, as they met the unbreakable wall of Team KUCH, and they are rewarded for it. We're now seeing that a team is going on towards the second half with 2 rounds in their pocket, and that's gonna mean that Team KUCH are going to have the confidence to really mount a really good assault on towards the side of ROG. Because when you're going on towards attack with an advantage, you know that you can drop a few rounds because that attacking strategy, the attacker-sided map, is going to play in your favor. You can utilize the 3 sites to your advantage, use the rotations, and really, really try to outsmart your opponents. So for Team KUCH, this is the best possible spot that they could have wished for. Maybe a little bit better would have done them a few more dividends, but no one's complaining at their side, I'm guessing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't exactly know what they were contemplating, but they thought of a fast B rush and that just blew up in their faces. But right now it doesn't matter because KUCH, they're coming in with the force and they're coming in heavy. Trance, look at his positioning though. Oh no, he goes for the utility usage and he gets punished for it. Pasha's gonna take him out, and it's gonna be an open C side now for KUCH as they took down those 2 players almost instantly in the first 20 seconds of the round. And Pokey, he's on the... Okay, he gets an easy kill. Rio, he was busy taking out that tag from his body. But wait, Hooks and Cliff though, they get 2 back in return. And now in the 2v3 where the Sage is already tagged down, who can heal himself. I don't think he has it available yet though. And there it is, Shock Dart is going to take him down. What a beautiful Shock Dart, but Juven's going to immediately trade it off. Cliff goes down, and now in the 2v1, Hooks, he has a very big task to do, but Meow, she's not going to let him do that, and she's going to take him down as well. She picks up the ghost, and it's going to be Team KUCH who lead into the second half as well with another round on the board. It's 8-5, and they're going to be having an advantage as they move in towards this, second round of the second half as well. What a beautiful play from them. They got that seaside just, done down to perfection. I thought for a second that they could have come in for that retake, but Meow was quick on that, flank, and she got that kill onto Hooks. And as a result, KUCH now have an advantage in terms of weaponry. Look at that. They've got Spectres across the board except for one Bulldog that is on the hands of Bondef. And they're going to be making complete use of this.
They're going to be going in ham on towards B site here. Rio gets spotted out by the recon drone. The recon dart's going to go out. The curveball's there, blinding all members of KUCH, but it doesn't really matter here. Juven and Foster's House taking down 2 members of ROG near that B site area. The control is down. Spike plan's going to go down before the counter even hits 1 minute and 10 seconds. At 1 minute 23, that's one of the fastest spike plants I've ever seen coming out from any team in this tournament.
Absolutely.
The aggression that KUCH are showing, it really, really reflects in their body language and the confidence that they have. Hoax, though, now contemplating a peak with his share of Juven. It's dangerously low here. He gets taken down. Can't find the shot on towards Pasha side. He gets the spray transfer on towards 2 members with the headshot. And Team KUCH now looking to be firmly in the driver's seat with a 9-5 on the scoreboard. And the way that they attacked, oh my goodness, ROG must have been caught out really, really badly here because they really did lose 2 members so quickly that they just couldn't find an answer to push coming on towards B side. And the retake, they knew that that was not going to be on. Even with the curveball coming out from Rio at the onset of the round on towards mid, they still got taken down with that double peak. And at that point, you really just can't do anything as a team. You know that the round's over.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they probably tried to do the same thing that, KUCH did to them in that second round after the pistol. They tried to push up towards B because we saw 3 players over there. But that immediate frag which came from KUCH denied them completely. And now, as a result of that, KUCH, they have a 95 lead. But Cliff, he's pulled one immediately for his team as well. They've got the advantage being on the defensive side, and that's all they need for the moment. And look at the rotations though, right, bro? The flank is already coming in, and so is the rotations from C. And now they're thinking about going back, but KUCH, they're still holding on towards A. Now they know where the flank is as well. 14, he spots out where the Phoenix is, and now he's just going to be holding this angle because he doesn't need to aggress. He needs Rio to go back to where he came from, and Rio's going to be doing just that. And now, ROG, who just rushed on towards that A side, have gone back to their default positions as KUCH rethink of what they're going to be doing, but they just held on towards his A side, and this might just be working in their favor. They've got 2 players over here who they just need to take down. Pastor Sahil to lead with the charge, smokes himself off, and Cliff, he's going to get 1 more actually. And Hawks, he's given him his position after shooting on towards that wall, but it doesn't matter because Zaya's going to come in and take 2 of his own. Juven to trade it off, and now in a 1v3, Juven, we've seen him do it before, and now he has to do it again. But Rio, he's not going to be, giving him any chance to do anything at all because he comes in from that defender side spawn, and he's going to take him down as ROG finally put back something in response, and they get the 6th on the board. And now ROG, I mean, they have given a little bit of a response for sure, but that's not going to hurt KUCH that much, is it? Because they've got that, there was their bonus round, right? So now they're gonna have economy to buy up, and as we can see, they have bought up completely, except for Pasha Sahil, who does have his Blade Storm at the ready. Now, KUCH, what are they gonna be able to do in this round?
Get out of my way!
might just play a little bit more slow here at this particular point. They have an advantage. They can utilize the utilities and the information gathering tools that they have at their disposal. They know they have one entry fragger, so relentless aggression against a full bot ROG team might not be a valid option here unless they can get a few picks off on towards the common angles. Meow, that is exactly what they needed in that particular position. Getting kills on towards one member on C site is going to mean that ROG are now forced to allocate 2 players on towards that particular area, one on towards C site and one on towards garage. Is it going to mean that KUCH will contemplate a push? They're now pushing in with the help of the drone. Trance holding on to an angle that he might not be able to make a lot of, get a lot out of. The wall's down on towards garage area. Pasha Sahil is confident with the Blaze Storm on towards that attacker side. On towards C. Pokey, though, taking down Trance in that area. The flanker gets flanked in that particular position. And now, 3 members of ROG are stacked up against 5 full members of Team KUCH. Hoax has the utility to make it work here. He has 2 shock darts to work with, but it might not mean an easy kill here. Meow 16K, he's been on fire absolutely throughout the entire game, and Hoax takes down Bondev, but it might just mean a little too costly here because he's taken down 11 HP, and Pasha Sai is going to take that kill easy 10 times out of 10. He only needs 1 shot to take him down. Another textbook round coming out from Team KUCH, and the thing that ROG did not need to do at that particular point in time was to lose a member, and they did exactly that at the onset of the round. And that just meant that was just a huge signal flare for Team KUCH to push on towards site with the info that they have, with the intel gathering tools that they have, and just absolutely consolidate their control. And that's exactly what they did, and now they're sitting at 10-6, edging closer and closer to winning out this game 1.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the fact is that you can see from the last 2 rounds, right? ROG have tried to be so aggressive because we saw Phoenix not only push up towards C, he pushed up to... Okay, now look at this. He's pushed up towards A. For the first time, he pushed up towards B, where Pokey got him. This time, he pushed up towards C last round. And now it's going to be A. But look at this. Oh my God, Raya. He just pulls out 3 shots out of nowhere with that Sheriff, and he just goes ham on these players on KUCH. And as a result, Pasha, last man standing, is going to go down to Trance's Classic. He did not hear him come in from that B side. And I don't even know what just happened in that round, but ROG, they put on something completely out of the blue. What just happened?
I feel like Rio is just counting on all 5 figures at that point. I'm just getting a 1, 2, 3. That was basically what happened in that particular point. My goodness, absolutely decimating the attack coming out from Team KUCH in that particular position. Peeking out through double doors. You do not expect a Cypher to do that, especially with a Sheriff, and I'm pretty sure KUCH were caught so off guard, they really couldn't find an answer to that. But taking nothing away from Rhea. Those reflexes, my God, just absolutely outclassing all the attackers in that particular round. But Pasha is going to contemplate the push on towards Host. He knows that the recon dart is there. And the Sova, when he has a recon dart on towards a player, peeking on towards an angle, you know he's going to peek towards you as well. The shock darts that are going to come out. Just a tag on towards Bondev. The quick re-peek to cross the road before taking down one of the entry fraggers. But Bondev is going to put a damper in the plans here. Gets the revival out, but the Hunter's Fury is there on towards the corner from Hoax. He's not going to find out any player of Team KUCH though, as they did a quick rotation. Really clever stuff coming out from them, laying a lot of pressure on towards one particular side and quickly going for the rotation. You can see how Pokey's no good, just absolutely predicting everything that Rhea did except for his position. He predicted the camera, he predicted the trap wire, except for where the Cypher actually is, and he pays for it. But it doesn't mean that Team KUCH are stopped in their tracks though. They have taken control over C site. They haven't gotten the spike plant down yet. They're gonna plant for long. The gravity well's gonna pull out Human in that particular position. That is always annoying when that happens to you, right? But then look at this. Rio taking down Human in that particular position. Pasha Sahil though holding on to this angle in C. They have an operator to defend against. The heal's gonna come out. Meow 16K takes down Rhea. Pasha Sahil. Glyph is in there in the astral smoke. He couldn't spot him out. When it runs out, Pasha Sahil might be in trouble here. He is! Glyph takes 1 kill down, feeling his tailwind, and he does, crushing his tailwind, and does take down 1 kill. Bondev, first headshot coming out from him!
Wow.
Bondev, the rock on towards the site, 35 HP to work with, gets a headshot, and gets the kill on towards the low Sova. KUCH do not drop around in that particular point. Such a tense round coming out from them, but the last 4 rounds have been blow for blow for blow by both of these teams at this particular point. But KUCH now sit 2 rounds away from complete victory.
Absolutely. I mean, that was such a well executed round towards C over there. They got the initial frags. Glyph, he did give them quite a bit of a scare. But Bondef, he pulls it back with just 35 HP. And that first kill onto Glyph was so important because if he hadn't got that headshot, he could have spelled doom for them. But KUCH, they make it work as they're moving in towards the first victory that could be potentially in their hands of this entire tournament. Pasha Sahel leading the charge for it. He gets Rio, who had the flash in his hand, and he's gonna get punished for it. Hoax and Ria, though, they pull back one each, and now KUCH, they're not gonna be going towards the C-side. They're hesitating a bit, but they're moving in slowly. Juven's gonna open up things for them. Hoax goes down, and now in the 3v3, which should be confirming the plan, but no! Glyph goes in and he gets 2 of his own. Glyph is playing out of his mind, and he's gonna get third as well. Glyph pulls one back. It's gonna be the 8th round for ROG. They're not out of this yet, and they're trying to prove it as much as they can. They pull one back, at the very least, because KUCH, they're having a bit of, in the second half, though, they've got that momentum going in their favor. But this one break could possibly be the one thing that ROG needed, and Glyph hands it for his team. Now, the question is, though, are KUCH going to have as much economy as they need to buy into the second round? Because look at that. They don't have weaponry. They only have sheriffs. But hey, Repo, we've seen them pull off amazing rounds in this very game with those sheriffs. I mean, can they do it again?
Might just be able to, but they really need to nail the utility usages at this particular point, and it looks to be the Hunter's Fury coming down. Hoax trying to dodge out for the Zero like Pasha Sahil, though, gets that headshot on towards Fast. Then pick up the Phantom, but it's no good here. Hoax with 18 HP surviving, taking down 2 members here, but the LCK is going to be able to take him down. Rio now flanking on towards Yuben in that B mid area. It's gonna mean doom for Team KUCH. They're now having to rotate on towards A here. They got themselves on towards a fortunate side here, on towards the back of B site, where they were able to utilize the stage wall. They now have 2 agents with a lot of utilities in tow. Bondev has the slow warp, while the Astra might be utilities here. I spoke too soon. Meow 16k gets taken down by Glyph here. The Swarm's gonna pull down on towards the spawn site. Why are you jumping, Rio? And Rio just caught off in a very bad spot on the Swarm. That is not where you want to find yourself, peeking off against a Sage here. And Bond F again bailing out his team with the 3k. You might sit at the bottom of the scoreboard, but that was a precious round for him. And as you said, Universe, Team KUCH have an uncanny ability of making their eco rounds work for them, and they did exactly just that. Will they be able to get this final nail in the coffin for Team ROG Academy, or will they stumble, and where are we gonna go into overtime?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see the overtime happening because we do have the advantage on the side of KUCH. They've got everything that they need to win out this round. And Pasha Sahel is trying to do that, but Glyph is going to take him out. He's going to get punished for his aggression, and now he's not going to be detected by that Sova Recon either, and this might just be good for him. He might just get this kill over here, but no! The knives missed the right click. Not so useful after all in the end, and there goes the Neurocept as well as the revival. Run it back. The last moments of this game that might just be, it might just be fate for ROG Academy to lose this. Boki, he renders Rio useless with his run it back, and here comes the Cosmic Divide from the attacking side. And ROG, they have a lot of work to do here. A 5v3, which was a 5v4 at one point, a 4v3 at one point. But Hoax, he pulls it back. That's 1 kill. That's something to work with. Trans gets another, and we're going in very close in this round. Hoax pulls one back, but Meow and Pasha, they add up. And Hoax, in a 1v1 situation against Meow, the one who's been performing so heavily for the side of KUCH, he's gonna go down. Hoax pulls out the clutch, and it's gonna be a 4k for him as ROG survived to tell another round.
What a round at that particular point. Alts going down left, right, and center, and I feel like at the midst of the chaos, no team really got a foothold in that particular round. All of them were just trying to navigate that sea of chaos that they just absolutely dumped on towards Seaside CT area, and it just looked to be that ROG pulled themselves back in a brilliant showcase of individual performance coming out from Hoax, using his gun to his perfection. When he ran out of bullets, he just swapped out to a Vandal, tapping out and predicting the fact that Meow would be there in that particular position. If she had peeked out to another angle, if that prediction failed, that would have spelled doom for him. But Bond F taking the first kill on towards this particular site. Pasha's dashing into a wall. It's a bait coming out from them as the wall is down again on towards Bond F as they silently move away. That's something you don't see every day coming out from a team in this particular position. Wall down on towards, plant wall down on towards B, and then using the cloudburst to walk away, now going on towards A site. You see that two members of RG are on towards A, but it really doesn't matter here. Rio and Hoax, the combination, they're able to take down two members of KUCH in that particular area. Oh my goodness, Ria can't find the shot on towards Yuven. Meow 16K getting the trade. She's gonna pick up that Vandal, and now Bond F and Meow have to clear out every single angle before they even contemplate a spike plant. Cleverly, they do not go for this A plant, but it looks to be that they're going on towards Heaven. A little bit of a question mark coming out from the side of Team KUCH. They want to get these angles cleared out before they move in. ROG seem to have no clue to where KUCH are.
Wow.
And it looks to be that both these teams are outplaying each other in this particular point, but KUCH will be happy with that because they managed to get the spike plant down, the recon guard landing directly in the middle of A, and they shoot it out. That's gonna mean that they have the spike plant down on towards A, and RG are now scrambling to get this done. They really, really cannot lose this this round, because it means losing the map at this particular point, right? So yeah, the retake is on, 3v2.
Yeah, absolutely. Retake is coming in, and now Bondef, he needs to clutch out another one with his teammate Meow over here. She might just find one, and there comes one. She finds one head, and now it's up to Bondef to find one, but he's not gonna be able to. But Meow, she's popping out. She gets a 3K, and no! Oh my god, Rio, he responds with his 3K of his own, and that's gonna be another round that goes in the favor of ROG. But not to forget, Red Bull, this is another eco round in their favor. I mean, they got the plant. They got a weaponry, they dropped a weaponry from the other team as well, and they made it work until the very end. And ROG, they're being made to, struggle for these victories, because even in rounds where they're supposed to have the advantage, they're having to fought and, put in complete labor to get these diffusers coming in, which shouldn't even be planted at the first place.
Definitely, that A site plant was a little bit questionable coming out from KUCH in that particular position when they're contemplating going on towards A Heaven instead of actually going for the plant or rotating off on towards C. But ROG, with that over rotation on towards C, might have just almost they threw out that particular round, but they managed to claw it back in the last moments of that particular round. It's going to be do or die for them for the next two rounds as well. The drone's going to spot out one glyph in that particular corner here. The shock darts are winding up. He's going to be raining in here. There goes one shock dart, 47 HP. Now he has to work with Meow using those utilities to great effect alongside her Sova. It's going to be that ROG are in a very precarious position, but Trance and Glyph, they have other plans here. Trade for trade going on towards that particular side. Yuven and Pokies are now on towards that particular side, but Rio again coming in clutch for his team with the run it back. 3K on the board. Let's go ROG. They're pulling it back here, and right now 12-11 on the scoreboard. The overtime is not looking that unrealistic now, is it? So for Team KUCH, this is the round that they really need to seal, but look at their economy. They do not have 100% full buys. Three of their members have to resort to buying Spectres. Basha Sahil has the Blade Storm in hand, so he doesn't have to worry about weaponry. Meow having to resort to a Bulldog here. It is heavily in favor of ROG in terms of the weaponry, but we've seen KUCH make do with less. Can they pull at one round? Can they win out the game here? Basha Sahil dashes in, takes down the operator with a head tap of the Blade Storm. Rio using that run it back. The curveball on towards one. Basha Sahil though taking that trade on. Boki's no good. Now pushing on towards the site, taking down Hoax. The spike plant is down. 4v2. The GG well played is already sanded. But never say never, ROG.
Never say never, definitely, because, they do have one player who's low on HP, and here comes the counter Cosmic Divide, and they're going to be moving in. They're trying to stop this KUCH. They're putting in all the utility that they can. Meow is doing all the work for her team in terms of utility, and now she needs her teammates to make the gun work happen. Yuven's going to be doing that, and that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be KUCH to pick up their first map in the TEC Gauntlet, as they are going to be leading the charge on Haven. And my oh my, they should definitely be happy about this. What didn't work out for them in the entire tournament has finally worked out for them here, and it is ROG who's going to be gifting them this first map, although it went all the way down to the wire. We were talking about the momentum thing over here, right, bro? But KUCH, they did get it. They had the momentum, but they also lost it after quite a bit, and in the end they pulled back just the one round that they needed. and that's going to give them the victory. And look at that scoreboard. Every single person on the side of KUCH has done the work for their team, and it doesn't matter who's on top of the board, who's at the bottom of the board. It's all about that teamwork that they've established. And I do really want to put out credit over here to Bon F. That man, he might be on the bottom of the board, but he pulled out two beautiful, 3Ks in clutch rounds where he was needed the most, and he did that so perfectly. Playing the Sage, it's not always easy. You need to support the team, but if you are gonna be everything that you are as a clutch person, and even if you don't frag out completely, it doesn't matter because your team's going to get the victory. So let's just dive into the match highlights and see how exactly KUCH pulled out their first victory, and it's all for everybody to on the side of KUCH to enjoy, because that was quite a bit of a showing, wasn't it?
Definitely. Team KUCH, when they actually entered this particular matchup, it looked to be heavily favored against ROG Academy, given the fact that they were starting on towards attack, and we did see that sort of aggression coming out from ROG, right? The body language, the sort of confidence that they embodied when they actually went on towards the site, taking fights against all the members of KUCH, even when they had 2 or 3 players covering each other's backs. That was an absolute really great showcase of attack coming out from ROG. Unfortunately, it kind of fell flat at the latter half of the first half, where Team KUCH were able to pull 4 rounds back, and that's, I think, when the momentum actually shifted. And going on towards the second half, at the onset, you really want that momentum to work for you, and if you go on towards the attack on the second half with a score surplus on Haven, it gives you a huge confidence boost, because we talk about maps being attacker sided or defensive sided, but it all matters. It all depends on the momentum. It all depends on the plays that are coming out for the day in that particular match. But that mindset, like that sort of mindset that you have, that sort of preconceived notion that you have, like this map is attacker sided, if we go on towards attack with an advantage, we will be able to win out. That just gives every single team that sort of an edge, and they feel like they can do anything, and that's what KUCH did. They embodied that sort of confidence. They went in, took fights against ROG that they might not have taken at a normal game, and they really shined through. A little bit of a slump there, not really a little bit, a major slump there at the nearing the end of the second half, where ROG almost brought it back 12-12. But my goodness, this was a game of individual showcases at this particular point. I didn't really see a lot of well-coordinated team strategies or team utility combinations, but there was no lacking of individual skill from this particular game. Starting from the triple taps of the Sheriff coming out from Rhea, to the clutch run it backs coming out from Rio, to Bondef's amazing clutches that sealed the deal for his team, coming out from Meow 16K's consistent performances. My goodness, we are in for a cracker of a series here, ladies and gentlemen. But we're going to be right back with Game 2 here. Do not go anywhere. Remember, this is the TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen. You're watching ROG Academy versus Team KUCH. This is Red Bro, off with off with Universe. We're going to be back again with Game 2. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. And we're going to be heading into Map 2. And this time, by my side, I've got Floki. And oh boy, first map, Floki. It was quite a bit of, a huge task over there for us to watch as well, because it went all the way to 13 to 11 until the very last round. And just to bring you up to speed, KUCH has won that first map if you weren't watching, but I'm pretty sure that you were, because I know this was a very interesting map. So I just want you to tell me, because this is the first map that KUCH has won in this series, right? So now that they've taken over ROG Academy's home pick, how do you think things are going to go down in Bind?
I don't know. Bind has always been the map where every single time I've predicted something, the opposite has happened. So I'm actually not going to make any predictions, because I know for a fact that if I say ROG Academy, they're going to get rolled over by KUCH. So I'm going to refrain for the time being. But I will say this. I mean, Bind is going to be a close game. By no means just because it's the pick of the side of KUCH doesn't mean that ROG Academy are going to have a hard time. It's a map that I think both of these teams have practiced. I have seen ROG Academy play this map in the past. I don't think I saw them do very well on it, but hey, it is a map that they practice, and I do know that over split, teams would rather just practice Bind instead. So yeah, I'm gonna be interested to see what's the choice of initiator for both of these sides. Sometimes, a breach or a sky is warranted on this map, but it looks like they're both going to be sticking with the Sova. So that makes sense. I mean, nothing too funky over there, but a Euro has been picked up.
Yeah, that is exactly what I was going to point out, actually, because that was almost insta-locked over there by Hoax. He just, I'm pretty sure that he had told his teammates, okay, guys, I'm going to be going very different over here. I'm going to be picking up Yoru. And, I think this is the second time we're going to be seeing Yoru in play over here, as the rest of the squad from his team looks pretty much similar. I mean, Cliff with that Sova, Trans on that Sentinel. He's got that Cypher, Rio on Raze, and Raya is going to be picking up that controller position of Omen. Now the question over here is going to be whether KUCH are going to be taking on that momentum from Haven, because although it was a very slight momentum, something, they worked it upon till the very end, and then they gave away a few rounds and it came down to 12 to 11 all the way down to the wire, and somehow they brought it back, and the 13th round was theirs for the taking. Now they have won out their first map, and they're going to be going to the second, which is their home pick, and they definitely should have a game plan going into this. But I don't think they would have expected a Yoru to come out today, would they have?
Oh yeah, absolutely not. I mean, Bind being a map where there is a fair amount of verticality in it. I mean, not in the sense that there are lots of tall areas, but there are places where you can hop on and play off angles from. I'm quite surprised that they decided to go for the Yoru. Typically, you see something like a Raze Jet or a Raze Phoenix or a Jet Phoenix, some variation of an agent that exploits that mobility, usually Raze. But this time around, they actually went for the Yoru Raze. Now, it's not all that bad, because, Bind is one of those maps where, as a Jet, I mean, sure, you can make some operator plays on the defense side and dash away, but at the end of the day, it's not really... I wouldn't really say it's that important. I mean, I feel like Yoru is actually one of those duelists who needs to see a fair bit more play. But right as I say that, Meow 16K is going to be picked up over there, and there you go, Bond is going to find another kill. So this B side has been opened up rather easily. Glyph, he's going to try to stand in the smoke, or at least wrap around from elbow, but there's going to be a long journey.
Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be a long journey. And now, here comes the defensive force from ROG. They are trying to get some damage done as that paint shell came in. But KUCH, they're going to be steering clear. Just a bit of damage on the Pasha Sahil. But that's it. That's all it's going to be. In a 3v4 situation, it's not going to be easy for them. They've got 3 different angles to look at. 2 different angles to look at. And look at Bondef. He finds the head of Rio, but it's not going to be enough. It's just going to be a dink. Cliff moving into the smoke, gets spammed down. But he's going to get 1 kill for sure. 15 HP. Meow gets his kill confirmed. And it's going to be the last 2 players standing over here in the 2v2. Whose HP is not too great, but they're going to make it work. Rio, he gets the head of Yuven. And now, Meow, the last woman standing. She gets 1 and she gets a second as well. A 4K for her to start off. She's been on fire. And, you know, that first map was pretty great for her. She had a very good showing. And she's carrying on that into the second map immediately almost. With a 4K in the pistol round. Both the players were pretty low. I'm gonna give her that. I mean, I have to give her the benefit of doubt of both these players being very low. But she did get 2 initial frags as well to open up things for her team on towards that B side. And yeah, Meow, if she keeps playing this way, she might as well take her team all the way towards the end.
Everyone on the back and carry them, because I think time and time again Meow has shown that when it comes down to it, she's really consistent with those frags and she relied on to win those rounds. And there you go, he's gonna find an initial kill, and Pasha Sahil, great stuff by him, just dashing forward, no fear whatsoever, takes out Rio. A free plant for them and hooks. Maybe off angle, gets someone off guard, but he misses the shot, but he gets the kill regardless somehow. A walking Sheriff headshot to start things off, but he will be traded off by Pokey. 2v4 situation, not one that ROG can make the most of, but if they could walk away with a weapon, they would be happy.
Yeah, I mean, a weapon, at the very least, they could be looking to save it, but I think they just want to hurt their economy as much as they can. They've got 1 player down, they're trying to get more, but Pasha Sahil's not going to be allowing Glyph to do that. Now the last man standing, Trans. Pasha Sahil beats him out, so Meow can get the kill onto him. And that's going to be Team KUCH who put up another round on the board. And they've got smiles across the board. You can see Meow, Juwen, and Pasha all having laughs. They are enjoying this last game that they're going to be playing in the TEC Gauntlet Season 1. And they're going to be hoping to win this one out for sure. They want that 2-0. They haven't been able to, you know, get that success going in their favor across the entire tournament. But in the very end, they won that 1 victory. And now, they have the bonus round, Floki. Are they going to be able to translate it into a win again?
It's going to be a difficult one for sure, but okay, this is, you know, with the side of ROG Academy actually doing this, this is absolutely crazy, but it's going to work. Pokey actually got caught off guard over there, and now it seems that the only counterplay remaining for KUCH is to jump into that B side, commit hands down, and Pasha Sahil will make it work by getting that first pick. Glyph gets taken out here, and now these 2 members from ROG just trapped over towards this long area. I mean, they're doing a good job of denying them the plant in some way, but oh my goodness, that fake out by the Yoru hooks with those footsteps, and Trans is gonna find another one. I mean, just Yoru is just baiting everyone out, and time and time again, setting up for kills. Sure, he dies, but he sets up Trans and ROG. They'll put that first round on board for themselves. It was long, it was hard fought, but they did it. And they did it by catching the side of KUCH off guard. Pokey was not anticipating that push towards B long.
Yeah, absolutely not, and he got completely punished for it. And as ROG tried to, you know, advance their position towards B long, it was Hoax who went in for that fake, and that helped Trans get that kill onto Bond F. And it was absolutely perfectly timed, although he, you know, went down at the very end by Juven's Spectre, but that was enough information for his team to work around with. And you know, that's the kind of thing with the Yoru. It's not just about being a duelist, it's about the information you get while being, and the fake outs that you can do with his footsteps, because that's of huge value, right? And that's Hoax is doing a pretty good job at it so far. And look at that, this as well. You can immediately dodge off damage no matter where it is with that teleport. And now ROG, they have a little bit of information to play with. They know where these players from KUCH are coming in. And here it is, the B-Force coming in from Pasha Sahil, but he gets immediately spotted out. His teammates are there to support him. Meow, she's trying to get something done from Hookah, but the scam from Trans could make the entire difference. Those tripwires also, only one though, which is available on the side, and that's towards the right side. But Pokey, he's gonna find someone coming on the flank, and Killjoy is gonna do his work perfectly. Oh, but look at Rio. Oh my god, Rio! He's waiting for the lineup, and he will get it! Rio, what a beautiful position from him! And that is gonna prove fatal for the side of KUCH. They did not expect him, and Rio just causing damage on top of damage. This is a lot of work being done by the race player over here. Juven, he will get one on towards B, but that's all it's going to be for now. He goes back to get the kill, and actually he wins. He brings it back to a 2v2. I'm sorry, make that a 2v1. Immediately trading on to Sahil, Pasha Sahil, and now Juven in a 1v2. Spike is in a very dangerous place, and look at that. He's going to get the spike, and he's going to try to run away.
Yeah, that's actually... Sorry, go on.
He has enough health to work with, but time is going out, and as soon as he's going to get this plant, he needs to get himself into a good position to win this round out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was about as good as it gets for the Sova. Juven did take a lot of damage, but now he reloads at the worst time possible. Cliff catches him off guard, and just like that, the round is going to be put on board for ROG once again. This means that they won a very crucial buy down here. So yeah, I mean, him dying over there actually gave the side of KUCH a bit of a sense of security that, okay, there's only one player playing that node. They didn't actually know that Rio had pushed so far up, so deep inside, because they just totally weren't expecting him to be there. It almost felt like he cleared the other angle as well towards back of Hookah, but yet it never really came through. Not too sure what that's called. B-Link, there we go, not back of Hookah, my bad.
Yeah, I mean, for now though, KUCH, they had a lead which has been nullified. It's ROG who pull it back 2-2. There are ultimates available on both sides. There's a neural theft and a showstopper for the side of ROG. Information and damage, both very important in this game of Valorant. And KUCH, they've got that lockdown now. Look at Rio. Oh boy, he is getting a lot of ground, and he's going to get information as well. Pasha, all he has are those blades along with the classic, and he needs to get this done. Rio, he's going to be immediately going back door, but he baits out that satchel, and he's actually going to get that kill. Mia goes down, no more smokes. Pasha's going to get the trade in. Raya is right there to help out his teammate, and there goes the flash, and he's going to find a blinded Pokey, but that's not going to be of any use for him to get the kill. Oh my, okay, wait, never mind. He makes me eat my word, and it's going to be him taking down Pokey. And now in the 2v3, KUCH, they have potential to make this work. They have the Hunter's Fury, but the question is whether they're going to be able to do it.
Yeah, that's the question. It's going to be a little bit hard here because they don't really have a lot of HP remaining on bot there. But maybe if he can find the first kill, which he does, then they might have a chance here. 2v2 situation now. Could fake them out with the help of that teleporter. But for now, they're going to be remaining static. Using that recon dart to find out where Hooks is. But Hooks, like his name suggests, shouldn't really be relying on that information because it's a Euro at the end of the day. He might have a TP somewhere and could move away. And there you go. So he's going to drop it.
Planted.
Still has those flashes available if he wants to go and take a fight. But for the time being, they will be able to pick up and catch Bond F off guard. This is the first two going their way, and now Juven is going to find that second one. But okay, Hooks. Well, he's going to get the trade at the end of the day. And ROG, they put a round on board that seemed a little bit hard to get, but in the end, they do get it.
Yeah, absolutely, they do get it. And now ROG, they are in the lead, ladies and gentlemen. They have got the momentum back in their favor, which was looking to be on the side of KUCH. And Rio, he got that initial frag over here that his team needed. I mean, there were no smokes available on the side of KUCH, and they found it a little difficult to work around with that because they could have used those Astra Stars. Bond F, he did get some, work done back for his team as they pushed up and brought it back to a 2v2. But that's all it was going to be. No more rounds for KUCH, said ROG, as they put up 3 in succession. And now it is going to be another buy round for both of these teams, for sure. It's still a pretty even situation. Folks, he might just be, very, very sneaky over here. And look at how, I don't think that they've expected this. But Hawks, he's said it all wrong. He thinks that towards B, but all of these players from KUCH are moving in towards A, and they're going to get a free lockdown coming in. But they do have the Hunter's Fury on their side. They haven't used it yet though. And there it comes. The Hunter's Fury is going to be used to take down that lockdown. And oh, I don't think he's going to be successful. No, he's not. But it doesn't matter. Nobody gets detained. And now, KUCH, they have a 5v5 situation in their hand. Post-plan, they should be positioning themselves well. And here comes the retake from the side of ROG Academy.
Yeah, Meow's gonna find that first kill, make it a 5v4 for a team, but still there's a lot of kills to be found here. Rio's actually gonna get that trade, and now, in a 4-4 situation, time is off the essence. Now ROG Academy, they're gonna make the most of it. They get 1 kill, but Hooks is gonna be revealed here courtesy of the alarm bot. Trance, now looking to find that pick towards Bondef, but it's gonna be a difficult one for sure. He will find, Bondef will actually find Trance in return, and now Hooks gonna catch them with that teleporter pins, but he's gonna get forced off of that spike. Nice to get those pain shells, and KUCH, they will end Hooks. At the end of the day, the round goes on with a very chaotic one, and that's very back and forth. But they do commit that lockdown, and they do end up finding that round. So the ultimate, it does not go to waste.
Yeah, absolutely not. Waste not, want not. That's exactly what Coach B wanted. They wanted this round and they're gonna get it. Hawks, he tried his level best. He came in for the flank. He did get the kill onto the killjoy that was holding him off towards a shot. But Bondef, he got those 2 frags that his team needed, and that's all Juven needed for his push to go and get that kill. That paint shell doing quite a bit of damage onto Hawks, and Juven secures the round for his team. 3-3. We're locking in horns again. Pretty much similar to what happened in the last game in the first half at the very least. Until the very end where they got stuff doing. But now Pokey, he's gonna get the advantage for his team as Rio's gonna be going down. Trance only with the sheriff in his hand cannot do much. Glyph, he gets... No, he's not gonna get any information actually. He's trying to put some bullets into the bodies of these players. With Pasha, he's gonna return the favor to him as he fires one into his head. Ria will find one, but Mia's immediate to trade back. Pokey will find the last kill as Hope goes down, and that's going to be another round for Team KUCH B as they pull back the lead in their favor. 3-4 we go, and it is, pretty much a very even fight over here, Floki. The trading blows, and the rounds are going left and right. And again, pretty much similar to what happened last game, because in the beginning, we were talking about how it's all about the momentum. But, I mean, momentum is not really residing with one side over here, is it? Because they're going so much, traders. There are so many trade-offs. There's so many rounds being exchanged. I mean, it's all about the second half now again, isn't it?
Yeah, and this is what mine's all about. I mean, in all honesty, I really have to point out the maze Hooks has been making with the help of those footsteps time and time again. He's just able to go forward and get that boom bot to explode for no reason, not giving away any information. Hooks, he's going to get a lot of information himself, though. He is able to locate at multiple members here from the side of KUCH B, and they were also able to find you. And so, yeah, no recon darts remaining for the rest of the round for KUCH B. They have to make do with this 4v5, the tripwire. I do need to take that down, but Bondef is going to find the lurk. Ria's gonna get taken out, and now the map has opened up a little bit more. You can see ROG Academy trying to crunch from B, but the hit is actually towards A, and Hooks is gonna discount that the hard way. He might even find the first kill. Oh! Yes! Yeah! Great control of that weapon, but he goes forward while the reload was happening, and Meow's gonna get that trade. In a 2v3 situation, this is a hard one to take, but they do have Bondef at the ready. Meow's actually gonna make it a little bit easier by picking up Trance. A very doable 2v2. Now Bondef's gonna catch Rio off guard. There's only going to be one player surviving now. That's going to be Glyph. He's clutched it before for his team, but can he do it again? In fact, yeah, they're just going to rotate O to B and get that spike down.
No, wait, they're actually going back A. They're going to choose otherwise, and they're sticking again towards A. This is something they actually did in the map of Haven as well, where they were towards the A side and they were trying to fake it to go towards B. And now... it is what a beautiful fake that has been sold by KUCH B as Glyph. He has no idea, and as soon as the plant's gonna go down, he's gonna realize that he's on the wrong side of the map, and he's gonna be going all the way back from the same direction he came in. But what the advantage that KUCH B have here is position, as well as the element of surprise which they could throw onto Glyph, unless he pulls, something out of the bag. And he's not afraid of giving out sounds over here as the recon comes in from shot, and they know exactly where he is. They can position themselves better. Meow is going to be feeding off of that bait, and yeah, she is going to be taking his kill. She was hungry for it, and she's going to get that 3k for herself. KUCH B, they get another round in their pocket as they put up 5 on the board. And this is actually pretty much similar to what happened. It was the same scoreline, Floki. And it's almost deja vu for me because I saw it happen live. And ROG Academy, they are again on an eco. Sheriffs across the board. And I don't think they're feeling too comfortable at this point.
They certainly are feeling too comfortable, but I'm quite sure that ROG remembered what happened the last time around. They were on those Sheriffs. They were able to make them work. And they need to do that again. They need to work that magic so they can find this very crucial round here. It is going to be the 6th round. If the side KUCH B do end up winning it, they obviously want more. Ria, the point of contact, and Hooks is actually going to find that first pick, but Pasha is going to get that trade. The teleport could not come through in time. And now Ria, oh no, he's just going to die to the utility at this point. He knows he is dead as those shock darts and paint shells coordinated perfectly from the side of KUCH B. And now in a 4v3 situation, you just have to play patiently, make them come towards the spike, and that's all they really have to do.
Yeah, okay, that recon rendered completely useless as Glyph, I don't think he timed that. I mean, he didn't position that properly. And now he's going to get shocked out, staying in his position as Juven's going to be taking him down with the help of his own shock dart. And there's bullets being fired on both sides. Trans trying to get a headshot, but he's not going to find one. Rio's going to be trying as well, but Juven's going to be taking him down as KUCH put up 6 on the board. And yeah, they are happy about it for sure. You can see it on their faces, and now that they have, you know, they have secured the half to end out at least on a minimum 6-6 before they go into the defensive side of things. Team KUCH should be happy with it because, you know, as unpredictable as Bind really is, you know, it's all about how you, in that defensive side, it's all about, you know, trying to hold on to that area of the sides because there is no mid. You don't need a mid control. You just need to hold on to the sites that you are in. And that's the best thing about being on defense. You don't have to worry about an extra play, you know, extra plays to worry about. And now it is KUCH who have the advantage as they're moving into this round. They're going to be playing this slow. And look at this again, Floki. They're moving towards A. And it's going to be an open side unless they peek out towards showers. And they should be expecting it. All 5 players are here and nobody's gone towards showers. So they should know that somebody is in. And Pasha, he knows exactly what to do. He's going to find the head of Rio. And the advantage immediately on the side of KUCH. Flash comes in. Raya's going to give out his position. Mia's going to punish him for the same. Glyph with that recon, not going to spot on anybody, but he will try to get some kills towards showers, and he's not going to. The Bondef and Mio add on. Oaks will find one in return, but that's all it's going to be. Shock dart, making him 23, but he will find Bondef's kill, a 2k for him. Here, Juven immediate to shut him down. And KUCH, they're looking very formidable at this point, Floki, and I think they might just take this, they might make another round and make it 8-4, maybe.
Yeah, they certainly could over here. I mean, if they get to 8 rounds, that's the dream. But the problem or the dilemma for ROG is if they buy now, they're not really going to have a very strong buy going into the next one. They're going to be relying on drops. And I don't know if they can have enough money to do so. I do see one rifle on Cliff. I see another on Hooks. But they're both running it without shields. Maybe it's in their best interest to sell that off and instead pick up a Frenzy or a Sheriff themselves. But they're going to choose not to do so. Instead, hoping that they're the better shot and to find those kills to start things off. But Hooks, those dreams are going to be quashed as he's going to get revealed by that recon dart, or rather the recon bolt coming in from the out. We are going to use that ult to see where all of them are positioned, but not really much they can capitalize. Not really much at the side of Kaldi and capturing of that. Well, Pasha's going to find 2 kills through that smoke, and Bondef once again with that showstopper is going to find Rio and follow up another. I mean, this is all but over here for the side of ROG.
Spike planted.
Yeah, Trans, sure, you can pick up the Phantom, buddy, but at this point, I mean, you're really just hoping that they give you these very easy 1v1s to pull this round back.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be easy because look at where Meow's sitting. She's going to be waiting for his head and she's going to build his body. And wow, what a beautiful play from Team KUCH. They definitely must be feeling good about this first half for sure as they put up 8 on the board and a possible 9th could be in the books as well. KUCH, they are, you know, building up. Finally, the momentum is going in their way, and ROG are feeling the heat now, and you can see it on their faces. They are not feeling too good about this. They need to pull something back. They need to pull it at least to a minimum of 8-4 half if they want to salvage something in the second half. And now you can see that, you know, as good as KUCH are feeling right now, it's still, you know, they can afford to lose this round. And it's still not going to make that much of a difference going into the second half because of the fact that they've got such a healthy lead for themselves. It's 8-3 right now. And if they go up to 9-3, Floki, it's just going to be more and more pressure on the side of ROG.
Yeah, you know, usually I'm not the one to say this, but you could say I'm a bit of a convert now. I used to hate Jet, but now I can totally see why that Jet is necessary on a map like Bind. Just having that Jet on the operator, being able to get at least one free peek is so important in a map where you don't have mids, right? Because what a team's going to be doing, at most they leave one lurk and they're going to come with multiple players on one side. In that situation, the rotations are not really going to be coming fast for the defender, so it really comes down to you winning those initial contact plays. And guess which gun is the best at doing that? The operator. So yeah, them not having a Jet is, well, it's interesting, but I think the strategy is going to need a bit more refinement if they want to make it work this time around. Oaks is going to go with that ult, try to locate all of these players, and Pokey is going to find the first kill, and Oaks is going to be able to find one himself to pull things back. Can he find the second one though? No, he cannot, but the spike has been dropped, and that work already done. If he can win this fight, well, this team's going to be all the more happier for it, but that lockdown is going to be used just to make sure they're able to get that spike in return. Not the most ideal of uses, but they still have the Hunter's Fury at the ready. They're not really using it. and they will instead go for the detain. Hawks looking to get that kill, but oh no!
Oh, that's gonna be painful. Okay, Pokey.
Yeah.
All right.
Salt in the wounds. Hawks is
Absolutely.
then they get that spike and retreat.
Yeah, they're gonna be moving towards A now as Pokey. After that knife kill, I mean, cheeky little bugger. That's not what you do, my friend. And on top of that, to think that Hawks was just one bullet away, right, from killing him, but that lockdown, unfortunate timing. But look at this. Trance and Glyph are just gonna put on 2 kills in almost, complete instant moments. They're gonna get it at the same time as ROG. They pull back around in their favor, which was supposed to be theirs. Went back in the favor of KUCH, and then they immediately snatch it back from their hands as it is gonna be an 8-4 scoreline over here, ladies and gentlemen. And ROG, they have a mountain to climb, which is very steep for sure, but not too steep if they have the right tools for it.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you look at the offense, they have a Yoru and a Raze now. I mean, sure, I mean, you could say that Yoru is not really a really good duelist, but what he does offer you is misinformation with those footsteps and those teleports. So what they could do is try to sell a fake or something of that sort just to keep them on their toes, and it's all going to be about that misinformation from the Yoru as a duelist. That's what he really offers. Will the side of KUCH bite? We don't know yet, but let's find out. Glyph is going to be rolling forward, does find Meow, and she's going to be forced off this position now, Universe.
Yeah, she is going to be forced off as she moves in towards the backside. And look at this, the damage that Rio's going to be getting from that swarm grenade is going to be quite a bit. He's down to 85 HP, and in a pistol round, that could mean everything because just a couple of bullets from this classic could do the job. But look at the side of ROG. They're moving towards B now, towards B long, and they're going to find an empty side where KUCH have completely given up. They go playing for the retake. Pasha, he's going to make sure that the A side is completely cleared off as all of them, 3 of them actually are going to go towards that teleporter, and they're coming in from hookah. And now, ROG, they need to defend this 4v5 retake coming in.
Absolutely, this is going to be a bit of a hard one for sure. 4v5, they did get a spike down, but it cost them 1 man, and now it's down to this 4v5. Trans is going to equalize things up by getting that kill on Meow, but still a 4v4, and Bondef, he's clicking heads, he's going to find Rhea. The remaining players on the side of ROG so low, but Hook is able to find Hugh. Pokey's sticking the defuse. He's not. Oh my god, he's not giving up, and Hooks, he might find the 4K here, but he's not going to be winning the round. And ROG Academy, I mean, after what Hooks just pulled off, I feel so bad for the man because he almost had it. But Pokey, I mean, yeah, he definitely has massive gonads.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do not exactly know what just happened over there. I mean, he stuck the defuse. I really thought he was going to get up, Floki, and he was going to fight with his teammates because Hooks, the minute he got, if you're in a situation like that and you see 2 of your teammates who are defending you fall off, you're definitely going to get off that defuse and you're going to try to help yourself out, right? But my god, nerves of steel, Pokey, and it pays off for sure. Pasha, though, this time he's going to go in for a nerves of steel peek towards Showers, and he knows that he's got the advantage, and he's going to double it up as he gets his team the advantage of men. 4v5 and ROG with Sheriff and an Eco in their hands. What can they pull off?
Great question. I'm not too sure what the answer is. They don't really, shouldn't really be able to pull off much, but Pasha whipping a few shots wisely is going to decide to dash back and call it quits. They do a fair bit of damage, but that recon, that is actually a Killjoy! Oh my god, Rio's going to find him. That's the weirdest interaction I've seen in a long time. Yuwin's going to find Ria to even things out, but the hit is actually coming towards the ace side. And the spike, it's actually in control of the side of KUCH, so there's no way they're going to actually be able to do anything of this map control. I mean, they need to go back forward. Trance is trying to make his way there, but Yuwin is already marking him. He's going to be taken down. Bondem is also going to find Rio elsewhere. It's all down to Glyph. And Pokey is going to put an end to his suffering.
Yeah, I mean, that is one of the most weird things because you would expect naturally that recon to hit the wall, but it hits his teammate and he needs to take it off, and I don't think he realized that. He thought he broke that recon, but in the end what broke was his skull. Rio just gave it into him, and unfortunately he had to go down, and that's gonna be it as KUCH, I mean, ROG, that was the most they could do in that round. Nothing more they could do. As KUCH, they put up a 10 on the board. And double digits, they're 3 away of Loki. And it looks like they might just be trying to push through and push hard into this. As Pasha Sahil pops out the Blade Storm. And look at Host, he's playing around with his food. He's looking for all the information he can gather, and he's going to be teleporting back. And all the players of ROG towards this B side, 4 of them towards long, 1 towards hookah.
Pasha, cheeky, he gets one. He's going for a second, but he dashes out to his own death. Hoax is gonna find his kill, and it's gonna be ROG. We do have the advantage for the moment though, but Bondef immediately pulls it back as Rio, the low HP man, goes down. And now in a 3v3, it is a little bit of a weird positional exchange for both of these teams as ROG are trying to get control towards this B side and defender side spawn, whereas Meow, she's moving back towards A, and two players of KUCH B are towards B long. I mean,
Oh my god.
this is so weird.
This is insane stuff from ROG. Okay, they're gonna try to make this work. Meow knows what's up already. The jig's over, but she's not gonna have backup in time, so it all comes down to those initial kills. We'll see if she can find
boy.
them. Oh, what's up,
Oh,
Meow?
no!
Meow, wake up! With his eye, he saw
30
Meow from the
seconds
corner.
left.
He's gonna take her out. And now Bondef, he's lurking to the side, but I don't think they're gonna know about this timing. He's gonna be able to find one for free. That's gonna be Trance. And now in a 2v2, he's just trying to
Last
see
player
and clear every
standing.
single angle, but Hooks, he's gonna make Bondef even more paranoid as he's gonna get flashed up, and Rhea, he's gonna put an end to Bondef. As ROG, they win a 5th one for themselves, and I have to say, this Euro is not looking too bad for the side of ROG. It's gotten them a lot of kills over here, 18 to his own name for the time being. I mean, just look at that. That's insane stuff for ROG, but yeah, for some reason, they're still down.
Yeah, I mean, it is, you know, as much as individual play as you can get. I mean, this is I think this is one of the best uses in professional play of Yoru that we might have seen, at least in this tournament, because this is probably the second time he's being picked. And Hoax is doing a pretty good job as he's leading his team, but the rest of the team also need to chime in. They need to get these kills. They need to get those, you know, initial informational frags for their teams, which Juven is going to get a little bit now, but Rio, he's going to find two of his own though. Pasha Silent Bondef both go down towards the B side, and now Juven, the last man standing to defend over here. His team is coming in for his help, but it's not going to be enough as ROG get the plant, and Rhea is going to add on to his kill tally. He's going in for the ace, I believe. He's going to get the 4th, and he wants the head of Juven. He knows exactly where he is, and he's running in for it. He throws in, but it's not going to be enough. He throws in the paint shells. It's going to be Hoax though who gets it. But Rio, what a guy. He gets the round for his team all by himself. A 4K for him. And it's going to be ROG who put up another round on the board. And they're going to be surviving for another round for sure, as they're trying to close in towards that gap of double digits, which KUCH B have put up for 10. And they might just be able to do it, because I'm pretty sure now it's going to be KUCH B on an eco, Floki.
Absolutely. I mean, that was the round for KUCH B where they bought in. Rio somehow just lined up two heads right at the start. And then it was all a matter of confidence. Just going in, getting that double, making it a 4K. But nevertheless, there is a snowball chance in hell for the side of KUCH B to win this round, and they will take it. It's going to be on the back of some classics and some sheriffs, but the bright side is that they have 5 players alive. The only bad thing is the enemy team also has 5 players alive and they have better weaponry. But this B side is completely empty. KUCH B took a bit of a gamble and it didn't really work out for them. Trance! Oh my god, he found Pookie, and then Rio was able to find Meow to just make things even harder here. Yuan, he's gonna get revealed. He only has 16 HP remaining. He's gonna try to bait people to come in, and Rio will take attack,
okay.
but he pushes his own smoke. Just like that, Pasha Sahil, he's also going to be taken out here. Rio once again looking for that 4K, but going to get shut down by Bondef. And in the end, it's Lift who gets revenge.
Yeah, he definitely does get revenge, but now, you know, KUCH B are definitely going to be feeling the heat, right, Floki? Because now they've let a couple of rounds slip out of their hands. And this is going to be a little bit of, you know, that's going to make them think quite a bit, right? Now that they are up about, you know, 10 to 7, they still have 3 rounds of a lead, but how long is it going to be lasting in their favor? Because ROG Academy, if they keep putting up you know, these attacking performances round after round, then it's going to be difficult for them to hold on to that lead, and this might just go to a 3rd map if we see ROG win it out, unless KUCH B, they have a pretty healthy buy this round and they want to win it for sure. And the question is whether they're going to be able to defend ROG now again. Rio, he's getting very aggressive and he's going to be rewarded for it as well. Mia goes down, but Bondef, and look at his teammate. Oh boy, look at this. Look at this from the side of ROG and KUCH B. Both of these teams are doing such informational work for each other, and I think that information is gonna play out not in their favor anymore. Poki's gonna find Rio though, and Bondev is actually gonna find Cliff and KUCH. They are making this work. Juven, okay, he gets another one, and it's gonna be a 2v3 where ROG are at the backlines. It's a 2v3 where ROG do not have advantage of position, they do not have advantage of man, and now they're gonna have to force off towards defender side spawn where another player of KUCH is waiting for them. And look at this, Nox, he's gonna find one for sure, and he's gonna be teleporting himself, and he's the last man standing who has been detained. No use at all. Oh wait, Bondev? No way. No, Bondev! No! No way! No way that just happened! Bondev!
Oh.
Nah,
my
okay,
God,
the ultimate's
but-
gonna stop the defuse, and they're gonna be, okay, alright, what is this? No way, no, that cannot just happen, Hawks, he might have just done enough!
He might have just done enough. The last pick and he
Oh
finds
my
it.
God.
Oh my goodness. Bondev does not turn back and hooks. Gets the clutch for his team. Keeps the dreams of ROG alive. As the side of KUCH, they struggle to put a single round here on this defense. I mean, they found 2 so far, but ROG just winning these rounds time and time again is absolutely insane. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna start seeing a little bit more Euro on our in our pubs these days now, Universe, aren't we?
Oh, absolutely. People are going to be taking inspiration from Hawks now because honestly, Floki, I think they should have stuck that. You know, like the way Pokey stuck that defuse a couple of rounds ago, they should have stuck that because they could hear, if any time he would go off the defuse, they could have heard, he could have gone off the teleport, he could have heard him. But as a result, it's going to be ROG put up another on the board and they're trying to push through harder and harder. KUCH B, they are trying to aggress the situation towards a shot, but all they're going to find is the 1 kill onto Hawks. They have taken down the leading man in kills, but it's not going to be enough as they need more. Rio, he's going to be adding up to his kill tally. Another one in his favor. And now, as the last 2 people standing, it's going to be Rio and... sorry, it's gonna be Bondev and Pokey, and it's gonna, just as about I say his name, he's gonna be taking his head off. He's gonna get his head blown off. Rio gonna be spamming through, gets a 3k for himself, and ROG, Floki, they might just pull this all the way back because my oh my, I think that round that Hawks just clutched out gave them a lot of confidence.
Absolutely. I mean, that was such a big misplay from the side of KUCH B. You can always see the killjoy radius with the ult, but for some reason they did not check every single area that it covered. Assumed that they'll just have enough time for the defuse because the Yoru was detained. But yeah, I mean, this is just sad for the side of KUCH B. Just getting a bit too overzealous and underestimating what the potential is for the side of ROG to pull it back if they totally respect him and get the kills. But Pasha this time around is gonna find hooks, so none of those misinformation shenanigans that were happening for the entirety of the game. And Rio is gonna try to bait him out of that position with the paint shots, but he does find the kill even in his death with that showstopper. But Pasha Sahel elsewhere has once again found the man advantage for his team, made it a 4v2. And with only Trance as well as the Omen surviving, Ria, this is going to be a hard one. Trance did get 1 kill. And he's trying to get the other one as well. But Mia, once again, time and time, playing this off angle, catching people on ROG off guard. Ria, he's also going to meet his makers at the hands of Yuvan.
It is quite a bit, and look at that. Pasha Sahil getting a little treat for his showcasing of skills over here with that operator. And he's going to be taking it any time of the day. You know, gotta get yourself energized, get those snacks and, you know, drinks coming in. And talking about energizing, guys, don't forget you can get your Red Bull cans by scanning the QR code that's going to be popping up at the bottom right or left of your screen. I'm quite dyslexic, so I don't know what left and right is. But what I do know is you can get energized by getting those Red Bulls because that's exactly what KUCH B might have got to get that round back in the favor finally. Pasha Sahil is looking a bit better now. He's getting that aggressive position with the Jet operator. And now he's going to be pushed back though because that Sova, Recon as well as the Outrun is going to be pushing him back. Rio, he gets in aggressive position himself and Glyph is going to find 1 kill though. And now Trance, he's not going to get one. Meow just braised down 2. I don't think she expected that herself. Yuan's gonna find Hawks. And now KUCH B, they somehow have the advantage in the 4v2. And both these players who are tucked in towards U-Hall are gonna be raided with utility, which can damage them. Glyph is already down to 28 HP. And I don't think there's much they can do here. KUCH B, they just need to wait for these 2 players to get out of this hiding hole. And they're gonna take them down. Juven waiting on the other side. He has the operator. And they're trying to force the issue. Juven's gonna take down Rio and it's gonna be Bondev to get the last kill as KUCH B put up match point. And ladies and gentlemen, this might just be going down for the hands of Coach B as a 2-0. And look at the smiles on their faces. Juven's been smiling across the entire match, to be honest. I love seeing that guy smile. He's been having a great game, and so has the rest of his team. And I mean, the smiles haven't faded off on the other side as well. We just saw Ria pop one, but ROG, they're gonna have to put up everything now if they want to get this back to an overtime, Floki.
Absolutely. Well, this overtime is gonna be a long and distant dream, but the last thing where we did see ROG Academy get very, very close to it. Remember, this was the impact round. This was the same round where I believe that Cypher found that triple kill with the Sheriff. We'll see if it happens again, though. We'll see if history will repeat itself. For the time being, ROG is going to take some aggressive positions up towards Hook and try to find kills, but Bonded is lucky to be alive right now. Trunks is going to be taken out by Pasha Sahil. And there you go. That's the frag that they needed. All the side of KUCH B, all that's remaining for the side of KUCH B to do is just to play the patience game and wait. But Pasha Sahil just to double up and find another kill. He would spot out Rio, but he does not get the kill. And Bondef playing this on back and hoping to catch one off guard, but Flip knows. He just knows who's going to be coming. And Ewan's going to find hooks as well. Elsewhere, Rio found Pasha Sahil. Coming to the 3v3, but Ewan's still alive. He's going to get taken down by Ria. And now a 2v2 situation. The Astra as well as the Silver still surviving. But Rio, aggressive positioning with that operator. It's all down to Meow. In the 1v1 clutch, controller versus controller is about as fair as it gets. Has the cosmic divide, but probably not looking to use it. Ria, oh my god, he might catch Meow off guard. Meow is not checking that. Ria, he's gonna push out, but he's gonna look in the wrong direction. He's actually pushed in towards defender spawn.
No way.
He doesn't know that Meow's here. Meow is gonna circle around. She's gonna be paranoid because she doesn't know where the Omen is. But once that spike comes through, that diffuse comes through, she's gonna know where the possible locations are for the Omen is. And there you go, she already does. She knows where the Omen is. She's gonna tap the spike once. Ria probably has to peek out. Oh no, he's made no noise whatsoever.
Yeah.
And Meow tried to stick it, but Ria took her out. Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, that was such a chaotic round right there. There were so many frags going back and forth. There was so much happening. Bondef right up in the beginning of the round got tagged down solo. Pasha Sahil got that first kill towards B Long as he aggressed with Juven. And then it was just a lot of chaos happening on that B side. And again, you know, that positional exchange with no, vision whatsoever happened between the two controllers on both sides. And it was the Omen to come out on top. As ROG, they put up double digits on the board finally, 10 to 12, and this might just go again to the very last round. As KUCH B, they do have a bit of a, they do have the bye coming in, but if they lose this, I don't think they're gonna have a round for, bye for the next round, and that might just prove to be fatal. Because if they lose out this, it's probably gonna be all over, Floki.
Yeah, we're gonna be going to overtime, but Ewan is not looking to do that. He's actually hoping to find the kill on Trance, but the second shot from the Hunter's Fury does not connect. And Trance will stay alive on fight at 70 HP. Not a lot to work with here. ROG, they've been tagged fairly low, and now they're gonna make their move elsewhere. The Omen actually teleports in towards the elbow position to see if he can find someone. He's not really going to, but look at Pokey. The aggressive Sentinel look comes through for the side of KUCH B, and they are just looking to play it a bit more patiently now. This is the same scenario as last time. They found that first pick. All they really had to do was wait, but somehow the side of ROG saw this round where they need to do so if they want to take it to overtime. Hooks found one, but Bondep is gonna find another. Bring back that man advantage. I'm not too sure what Trance was trying to do with that slip fire, but he did get spotted. Pokey comes in from the teleport and gets completely blinded.
Oh my god!
Is delivering on the side of Meow. They will find Flip as well. A one for Hooks. He does not get the kill, and in the end, KUCH B, they will win the map as well as the series 2-0.
Yeah, they are definitely going to be winning it. And with that, it is going to be a beautiful, beautiful set of skills being portrayed over here by both of these teams. But just a little bit more by the side of KUCH B, as they are going to be taking their first victory and their last victory in the TEC Gauntlet Season 1. And, you know, unfortunate for them that it had to come in the very last game for them in this season. But hey, never too late at all. And they have got that skill, and we have seen it that they've got that skill, Floki. And all they need to do now is in the next season, come back stronger and come back with a lot more preparation so that they can face off these teams, get through those qualifiers again, and show what they are made of. Because ROG, they're going to have that similar path they're going to be having to come again from the qualifiers, and they're going to be have to facing maybe a lot more teams this time who will, probably be preparing for that season 2 of TEC Gauntlet qualifiers. And it's going to be quite a bit of a show. And I mean, I don't exactly know what happened. I mean, quite a bit happened in the second match, and it's going to have a huge highlight role for sure. So let's just have a look at what exactly happened in match number 2 at Bind, as the match highlights are popping up in front of your screens right now. And Floki, I want to know your opinion. What exactly went right for KUCH B? Because they had put on quite a bit of a show in that first half, especially.
Not too sure. I think ROG felt a little bit frisky trying out that Yoru, and I'm gonna say straight up, I don't think Yoru was the problem. I think actually, if they're gonna pick that Yoru, they kind of need that Jet. I just felt their defense was so weak without it. Sure, they had a Cypher, but that Cypher just didn't really do all that much as they were hoping it would. And at the end of the day, if your Sentinel's not really going to give you value on defense, when is it going to give you value? I mean, sure, you can play some tripwires on offense, you can try to watch the backstab, but Poki was aware the entire time. He just knew what the setups were going to look like, and every single opportunity that he had, he pushed forward, he found a kill, he backed off. And that's what, I mean, that's kind of just what really became a thorn in the side for ROG, because they never really, even on offense, they never really could rely on that Cypher to be like, okay, you know what, at least we've got this area covered. Nope. Those rotations on Bind, I mean, you can always make your way towards the other side without the tripwires covering everything. Sure, you can put 2 tripwires if you're planning to go B towards B link, as well as that other area from where you make your way towards B long, but those setups are way too defensive. Even with that, even if they had a Killjoy, I just think that the lack of Jet is kind of what hurt them, in my opinion. I feel like not that as well as the Omen controller, it just didn't work out for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in a map like Bind, Jet is very useful, and I think Pasha Sahil was one to demonstrate it completely. And, especially in the second half, though, because in the first half, I mean, he did have a bit of, up and down performance, but in the second half, he picked up himself, and he got those kills with that operator, and hence he got 18 kills on the board, and that was all his team needed to get across the line. ROG Academy, they tried really hard. They pulled it back. It was 2 scorelines that were very close, 13-11 and 13-10. And I mean, what more could you want from KUCH B at this point? They pulled back. I mean, it was a very hard fought battle. First half of the first map was very difficult for them, but they pulled it out in the end. And second map was just all about their showcase, as they dominated the first half. And second half, they pulled it until, the very last moment, and still they got the victory. And now we're just going to have to go towards the analyst desk, as we're going to be joined by Assassin. And both me and Floki are just going to be shifting over there, as we're going to be breaking down the game in the post-match analysis after a short word from our sponsors.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radio. And welcome back to the analyst desk after that insane showing coming out from the side of Team KUCH. Well, joined with me is Floki and Universe Custos and analyst. But yeah, to be honest, guys, that was an incredible showing coming out from the side of Team KUCH. Something that we did not expect, to be honest. And I guess the tech gods, they did favor Team KUCH today, and they led them to this victory as well. Now, to be completely honest, ROG Academy, there's a lot of talking to be done in that specific part of the match as well. So let's quickly move in towards the map veto and see the final scores coming out on both of these match. It was a pretty close game, by the way. 13-11 on the map of Haven and 30-10 on the map of Bind. I'm going to start with you, Universe. What do you think went wrong for RG Academy in map number 1?
You know what? It was actually pretty close in the first half. Where, it went down to 7-5, and there was the advantage for KUCH. But I gotta say that ROG were putting up quite a bit of a performance, and they were trying their very best. But the fact that KUCH got that advantage on the defensive side, which on a map which is preferred as an attacking map, they just had that advantage. And when they went in towards the attacking half, they just got that momentum riding in their favor, because ROG, they couldn't hold it off at all, especially on that C side, because they just abused that side so many times, KUCH. And ROG, they could not hold it. They could not retake it. A couple of rounds they did, yeah. But the retakes was so sparingly coming in that it just did not work out in their favor. And they just got killed off so easily. Their angles were completely off. The utility usage from KUCH was so good, so that they could set up their duelist to get in there and get that initial success that they need. And that was all that ROG had to lose, because they had to give up that side. They couldn't hold it off, because it's either giving up and playing for a retake, or losing your men on that side and playing in an even worse retake position. They tried their very best. They brought it up to 11 after I think it was 12-9 the scoreline, and they brought it up to 12-11. And in the end, it was KUCH who just got that last round in their favor after a couple of frags that they really desperately needed, and they shut it out. And it was a pretty good performance from KUCH compared to ROG at the very end. Both the teams performed well. I'm not gonna lie, both the teams performed really well, but KUCH, I think they just edged ahead a little bit more than ROG in terms of individual gameplay, I would say.
Yeah, true that. I mean, both of these teams, they showcase their absolute best, and in my opinion, everything is being witnessed on the scoreboard as well, right? 13-10 and 13-11. I mean, the score pretty much speaks for itself. Both the teams, they gave their absolute everything, and it was just that Team KUCH were having a better day, to be honest, and they were. Not gonna lie, the way Yuven, Hoax, actually not Hoax, my bad. Yuven, Bondef, and Meow were playing today was just insane. Even Pashasail, everything was connecting for him today. Despite the fact that he had a slow start, I did see the first half where he was at the bottom of the table, but then he, got himself back up, and Team KUCH together as a unit, they took down RG Academy at map number 1. Now, jumping on towards you, Floki. You have to tell me what exactly happened on the map of Bind. I mean, I saw RG Academy, some insane stuff coming in with the Euro on Hoax, but I guess that wasn't enough.
Yeah, most certainly not. This is a bit of a recurring theme for ROG. I mean, I think I've seen them on Bind once again, where their defense just tends to fall flat a little bit. They were keen on running that Cypher. That Cypher, it didn't really do all that much, and it felt like their setups on Bind weren't all that good. I mean, you expect that Cypher to be a bit more proactive. You expect him to, go forward, find those tracks, to get that neural step going, but it didn't seem to happen as often as it should have, and I think that really painted the picture that needed to be painted, in my opinion, for the side of ROG, that you pick the Cypher, you lay down a couple of tripwires, you have your camera, but when it comes to actually being able to hold down a site and just being able to delay the attackers, you can't really do that. So yeah, I mean, that just sort of is the problem with the agent as of now compared to Killjoy. I mean, what the side of KUCH had when they were on defense was the fact that they could delay a push for quite a while, as long as Pookie survived. With the Cypher, you can do that to some extent, but it's not like a hard stop. You don't really have to nanoswarms like the Killjoy does to be able to just prevent enemy teams from walking in, and they don't have the alarm bot that makes them a little bit more squishier, so they die faster to those nanoswarm grenades. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna run that Cypher, I just have to say you need to be a little bit more proactive.
True that. I mean, RG Academy, despite all of that heroic play coming in from Hoax, they still weren't able to close it out against KUCH Team KUCH. As I said, the tech gods were favoring them. Pookie didn't have a lot of disconnects, and the entire team was having a good day overall. So yeah, I mean, KUCH, congratulations once again for getting that specific win against RG Academy. Really happy for you guys, but yeah, looking forward to seeing you guys bounce back stronger in the next qualifier as well as the group stages. Talking about the group stages, let's take a look at the group standings and see what exactly is the entire change over there as well. I'm pretty sure there isn't going to be any change because RG Academy, they've got themselves 3 points, and could be, even despite winning this specific match against RG Academy, they're only going to be getting 2 points. So yeah, I mean, Team KUCH, as we did mention it before the match even started, right, in the pre-game analysis, that this is not going to be a fight for, who's going to take any sorts of spot. It's just going to be for if KUCH are going to be able to put up that first win or not. So they did, and it's pretty good, to be honest, that they were able to go ahead and grab that victory against RG Academy. Well, Universe, thoughts on the group standings?
Like we spoke about it earlier, Assassin, it was not going to be any sort of a change in these group standings, irrespective of what the result of today was going to be. But KUCH, they are not going to be going down without a fight, and they put up a win on the board at the very least. So, they're going to be happy about that. For sure, if they had gone down with no wins, I'm pretty sure they would have felt very demotivated coming back into the next season, because they would be thinking, if we're going to be losing like this, what's the point of it? But now they know that they have the skill, right? It's just about a little bit of tweaking that they need to do before they come in for the next qualifier and try to come in to qualify again in the next season and make it to the group stages. Because this time, KUCH, they need to do a lot more work, and they need to make sure that they cut the corners that have been, standing out in their gameplay. They need to make sure that they're completely rounded off, and they come out like a well-oiled machine in the next season and try to make it back to where they currently are. And probably next time they won't be going down as relegation and maybe make it to top 4. Who knows? But at the overall group standings, I do want to mention that like the side of Group A, we've got one unbeaten team over here, and that is Velocity Gaming. And I'm pretty sure that they have one matchup left. I'm not quite sure who that is against, but they are going to be facing off for that unbeaten streak. And I just got word from the production team that it's going to be the Esports team against Velocity Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. And that's going to be quite a tasty matchup for anybody who's going to be watching that. And it's all about the top of the table now, because 4 of these teams have definitely qualified. And now it's about that glory spot, Assassin. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, true that. I mean, Velocity Gaming, they would like to, go ahead and grab that final victory as well, so that they can have a clean run into this specific group standings. And to be honest, I'm very, very surprised with the entire group standings and how exactly all of these matches were played out as well in the group stages, to be honest, because we thought that every single match in this specific group, like we called it a group of death for a reason, right? And we thought that every single match in this specific group is going to be quite an exhilarating one. But yeah, starting off with the Gauntlet, Season 1 has not been the best for a lot of teams out there. And I'm pretty sure that from here on out, they're going to, keep on evolving and adapting, and they're going to grind a lot so that they can come out stronger in the next set of qualifiers and the next season as well. That is going to be Season 2. But yeah, Floki, any final thoughts on the group standings before we sign it off?
Not really. I just hope that for both ROG Academy and KUCH, they're able to come back stronger. ROG Academy, I have to say, on a bit of a more personal note, I was expecting them to play a little bit better, but it seems that they still have a lot of kinks that they need to iron out, like Universe mentioned. So I hope they're able to come back stronger and not really let this performance set them back. Instead, look at it as a learning experience and use it to analyze where they've fallen short, and just make sure they work on that and come back stronger.
True that completely. So with that said and done, we're pretty much at the end of today's matchups, guys. Both the matches were absolutely insane, especially the first one, Velocity Gaming and Enigma Gaming. That was quite an exhilarating one, where again it was a 2-0 coming out from the side of Velocity Gaming. And here for the second match, which we thought might just go the distance, KUCH, they went ahead and surprised all of us with their insane gameplay. Again, a 2-0. but a very close one for sure. So congratulations, Velocity Gaming and Coach B, for grabbing the victory in both of these matches. And also, before we sign off, a huge shout out to our sponsors, WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon, for making the TEC Gauntlet possible. Please go ahead and check out the links down in the description below. Check out some of the amazing deals that they've got in store for you as well for your next big upgrade. Well, in the meantime, you guys can also go ahead and scan the QR code for yourself to go ahead and get yourselves a Red Bull can, to be honest, because tomorrow we've got more bunch of Valorant action coming your way as well. 2 sets of amazing matches, so yeah, don't forget to tune in. You guys were watching the TEC Gauntlet Season 1 part by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. We're going to be seeing you guys tomorrow with more and more Valorant action. Good night, sweet dreams.
2, 3, let's go.